Greetings, one and all. Welcome to another episode of Knights of Aurea. I am your humble dungeon master, Lako von Mana, and these are my fantabulous players. Say hi, fantabulous players.
Hello.
I think the other two are dealing with food stuff. That is perfectly fine. Welcome to everybody. Hope everybody's having a good one. Unfortunately, we're missing one player. I think he slept in, unfortunately. But if he shows up later, then that's fine. We'll move on without him. No worries. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. But, yeah, welcome in, everybody. Hello. We have a fun session planned for today.
Yeah, totally don't remember what went on.
Yeah, that'll be fun to deal with. But let's go ahead and get to introductions if everyone's here.
Yami's pooping, but I'm here.
Okay, we'll get into his intro later then. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go.
Don't worry. He said he won't wipe to save time.
Oh.
Fun. Okay.
I'd rather him spend an extra minute or two to wipe. Like, hell his ass to stay in there.
He'll be fine. It's okay.
Anyways, let's go top to bottom of the Discord with introductions. Started with Dancho.
Hello, I am Danjodan, boss of the Golden Tiger Casino, and I be playing a just-in-time hero of justice. And if this was another timeline, he would always wear a mask. This is an inside joke I will not explain.
Amazing. All right, next up we got Mimi.
Hi, I'm Alina Makina. I'm a cyber kitty VTuber, and I play Mari, who is a fucking druid who also is a fairy who also likes to turn into a wolf and eat people's heads.
Hell yeah. We're gonna skip Yami for now because he's not here yet. Hina.
Hello, my name is Hina. I'm a celestial dragon. I like the one in favor right now, that's me. And I play Reefel, who is a tiefling Drake Warden, and she has a little dragon named Search, and she has big titties.
Hell yeah.
Yes, emphasize the big titty pride.
You know it.
And then the man who is not here right now is Yami Umai, who plays Akira Neverine, our Kitsune Bard.
No, you have to do it as Yami. Do it as Yami.
Okay, yeah. Hold up.
Yeah.
I'm, hold on. My name is, Yami Umai. Hold on, let me go deeper. My name is Yami Umai. I'm a werewolf VTuber, and I play Akira. I'm a whore, and I like walking my ass at my end.
I thought you said he was in the bathroom.
Oh my god, corpse husband? Is that you?
You know what's crazy? Hold on. This is my actual dude voice with no filter.
Hey, no, so sometimes I chill, and it gets a little fucking weird because people on Valorant, they really like to tell me they're my kitten. And
so your male voice is just vocal fry?
It's just vocal fry, yes.
What about the Yami where he's like, my name is Yami Umai? He does the cringe ass
yeah.
guy voice.
Anime pro tag voice.
My name is Yami Umai.
Yeah.
He makes it purposely nasally. It's great.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Actually. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I just shitting on my boyfriend. It's fun.
Yeah, understandable.
Good.
Wonderful intro. All right, but so he'll be back eventually. But I think it's I don't really have any announcements, so we can just jump into tonight's session of Knights of Aurea. And hopefully he won't return right in the middle of me attempting an intro. So I'm gonna be honest with this intro. Normally I rewatch the VODs so I can remember everything that happened. I forgot to do that this week as I was very busy. So I'm gonna do my best. So last we left off, our adventurers have been trying to adjust to their new lives here in Favor after escaping from the prison, Castle Vimisra. These lovely adventurers have been on the run for quite some time, finding their new home in the capital city of the Fortunata Empire, Favor. Recently, after a very close run-in with the law, again, our group decided that it would be a very good idea to find a new locale. So the group ended up leaving their previous inn, Ditch Cross, where they had been spending their time for quite some time, and they found a new inn and tavern known as the Crimson Flask, where they had rented out a few rooms for the next week or so, and had decided on what they were going to be doing next. In which some other things happened along with that. Justin, in the midst of all the chaos of trying to find a new home, ended up meeting a new friend, a woman by the name of Dazana, who he met while he was tending to the gravestones within the Royal Cemetery. And the two of them even ended up scheduling a date so they can, get to know each other a little better. Reefel was
completely normal and fine and not a psychopath.
Maybe a little bit of jealousy mixed in there, but I'm just the narrator of the story. I'm not here to tell you what's happening and what's going on. It's just, times were had. So that happened. Mari ended up earning enough money to pay off her bounty, because she had the cheapest bounty out of everybody, and was able to basically be the first member of the party to be crime-free currently. Emphasis on currently. We'll see how long that lasts.
She also had a drinking contest with Akira and totally won.
Yeah, totally. And most importantly, on top of all that, you guys had ended up meeting up with Kale again, who had scheduled a meeting with you guys with his boss, a man by the name of Lord Excellence. Lord Excellence is the Duke of House Valesco, one of the major political parties within the Fortunata Empire, while also happens to run an organization known as the Fraternity, which is basically House Valesco's their muscle, we'll say. As it is rather known in the neighborhood that House Valesco does deal in a lot of organized crime. And that's how they get a lot of their power and influence, from their little dealings that they do there. And you guys have scheduled a meeting the next day with Kale's boss, basically, to see if you guys can get some work and maybe even find another route to pay off your bounties and become free individuals. But I believe last we left off, you guys had all gathered up in your new home, the Crimson Flask, in the 3 rooms that you guys had rented out, and we're sort of discussing stuff that had gone on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say for the session for today, since Shin is not here, Jonas will just be relaxing because he's had a rough few days. So he's just, chilling at the inn, trying to get some shut-eye. And also, somebody probably needs to watch over Sneaku, because you guys have been leaving her by herself a lot recently.
I will not be blamed for that.
But, yeah, so currently, it is around the afternoon. The meeting with Kale's boss isn't until the next day around noon. You already have the location for said place. It's actually very close by to where your current inn is, so it's not too far of a walk. But until that happens, I know there's one person that has a date, and then another person also has a date, but I think we're just going to be skimming past that, if I remember correctly. I think Yami wanted to kind of just have that be like a passive thing that happens. So we'll get to that.
It could be.
Later.
Did Mari have somebody to meet up with? I really can't. Oh, the black market animal dude.
Yeah, you were going to be meeting up with some folks in the evening hours and the midnight hours. Trying to find some more animals. And yeah, so I guess we'll start with the person that didn't have an open plan for the evening yet. Reefel, is there anything that you wanted to accomplish in the time that you have in between you guys meeting with Kale's boss?
Well, fuck, bro. She was gonna confront Jonas, but I guess not anymore.
You confront him and he's sleeping.
No, yeah. He didn't answer the door. Which is great. I don't know. I'll probably just say that she's gonna hang out with Sneaku and just ruminate a bit. Not even. She probably was contemplating stalking Justin again, but she's going to try and not be a
Oh,
psychopath.
you straight up admit she's stalking.
No, slip of the tongue. I meant watching
you know what
over.
you said.
Listen, she's going to be sitting in her room trying to tell herself that she's being ridiculous and needs to let Justin live his own life and that she's being stupid. So she's just going to lay in bed and hang out with Sneaku.
The NTR arc begins.
Stop! She's got character development. Let her be. Can't believe this.
Oh no.
Okay. So you'll just hang out with Sneaku for the time being then. Let's see. Who wants to have the first scene here? Do we want to start with Justin and his date, or do we want to start with Mari and her escapade into the...
I think Mari's
what was it?
escapade is later on in the night, so it would make more sense for Justin to have his date first.
Okay, sounds good. So,
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because I think hers was like 2 a.m., if I remember correctly.
yeah, it's like around like
Oh,
midnight.
really?
It's like
Okay.
really late.
All right then. Well, let's start the arc.
All right, so Justin, you make your way out to a local restaurant by the name of The Hoof, a nice, quaint little restaurant that you've been to probably, I would assume, a decent amount of times to be familiar with the locale. And you make your way there, and after arriving to the restaurant, a couple minutes afterwards, you see Dazana wearing a nice, lovely, like white and gold dress with like a veil kind of covering her head, kind of like obscuring most of her face. Although you do recognize her, she hasn't. It looks to be the same dress with just like an extra veil over her head now. But she sees you and waves and approaches you and says, hello, Justin. It's good to see you again. So,
Justin's gonna come in with just like his typical attire. Nothing changes. He's gonna come in with a full. Actually, I remember now what happened last time. Right. We went through that entire thing. Okay. So Justin comes in as normal. However, he does appear just his shine seems to have dulled just a little bit. You know, his giant hoge at the top of his head is a little limp at the moment, but he still does his best to try and smile through the date. And so he says, well, I'm assuming he came first, or did she come first?
you got there a few minutes before.
Okay, then he's gonna call out to her and say, hello, my friend, I am here.
Hello, Justin. So this is the place. I'm sorry I'm late, by the way. I'm not familiar with this section of the city, unfortunately, so kind of got a little lost on the way.
Worry not, my dear friend. I should have been the one to escort you first. That is my apologies.
Oh, it's all right. So this is the place?
Absolutely. Dinner served to the common folks, but even those disguised in the most obvious of forms still find their way here from the noble houses. This is a place where one can relive their childhood through all their glorious splendor. The meals your mother might have cooked for you, perhaps a treat your father has secretly dined with you. But all is well here in the Hoof, where we hear the hoofs of the horses that pass by this fellow restaurant.
She has this like kind of look of shock of just like, wow, this is you really do like this place then, I see.
I have been here twice.
Oh. I see you just like good food then.
Yes, but as I've said, this place is iconic, memorable. There is not a soul that does not appear here at least once. He leans a little closer. I dare hear say the queen herself has visited. Or, not the queen, wait, yeah, the queen, right?
Yeah, we can go with that, yeah.
Okay, I dare say even the queen has visited this place once upon a time.
That sounds fascinating. Well, should we get a table then?
Absolutely, I have already arranged a table just for us. Let us now merrily be on our way.
All right, so you two make your way into the restaurant. You find a nice small table for two, a section of the restaurant where there's not a whole lot of people at this restaurant, so it's rather quiet, which is, you know, nice scenery. You guys order your meals, and soon after the food does arrive, and it is delicious. It is wonderful home style cooking that is just up your alley, Justin. Even though you've only been here twice.
Justin's just like stuffing his face. He's like munch, no manners at all, hands and fingers at all.
So as you guys are having your meal, Dazana says to you, so, I don't believe, I really got to know you too well. You're from here, right?
He's gonna choke a little, like, Yes. I have been around this area for a great fortnight.
How long have you been living in the city for?
Well, it may depend on a person's perspective. To one person, they may feel as though they stay only a week, to others, many years. And perhaps there is just a time of passage that we are all not aware of.
So I'll take it you're not from around here then? Are you a traveler then?
Yes, I am an adventurer here with my glorious friends to right the wrong of injustice and to free those enslaved by darkness's might.
Wow, that's rather bold. Where are you originally from?
His eyes are kind of like darting around, trying to rack his brain for an answer. I am from the slums.
She like squints her eyes, like, which, like from the city, or from another city?
Well, unfortunately, growing up, I knew not what city I was in. All I was living towards was another scrap on the table, bread for my daily intake. So the name of the city made little concern for myself.
Can you roll me a deception check, please?
Damn it! It's a deception, Perez! Fuck. Wait.
Waiting.
Ah, damn it. Nah, it's not. Yeah, I thought I want to boost your charisma, but it's only for persuasion. You just go with it.
Okay. She kind of has this like very puzzled expression on her face, and then that expression is then broken with a smile. It says, I mean, it's all right if you don't want to talk about your past. I'm not going to pry into it.
I know. No, I apologize for being so defensive, you see. I made it a point not to speak of my past while in this city. However, my splendid companions have recently ripped that bandage off from my mouth and forced me to tell of my tale. Though it seemed the thing that sort of boggled me the most was how unimpressed they seemed. Perhaps it's not such a big deal after all.
Is there a reason why they had to rip the band-aid off, so to speak? You don't have to talk about it if you're not comfortable with it.
No, I figure perhaps it is time that I be more honest. In fact, I remember little of why I myself am so secretive of this. However, that said, they have started to ask me of my past because of a rather unique individual that have recognized my name without my own self, but my name. And who's the bartender at the time again?
Bartender where?
At the inn we're staying at, the one who, recognized Justin's name and whatnot.
Ah, okay. It was, let me see here. Brock the Vivid.
Yes, a great fellow called Brock the Vivid has spoken of his familiarity with my name, and our companion Jonas has quite the inquiry to figure out the past that I have tried to keep hidden, so to speak.
Why do you want to keep it hidden so bad?
He's crossing his arms and he's genuinely being thoughtful about it. Now that you mention it, I wonder why I was so secretive of my past. There was an instinct before me when we arrived to the Fortunata Empire that compelled me to keep as quiet as long as I could.
So, I'm assuming that you went away for a little while and then you came back recently?
It has been a great deal of time since my last visit to this splendid city.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Many things have not changed, for better or for worse.
Is there something in your past that you regret? Is that maybe why you're holding out on that information?
Sort of like stare at the distance.
Like I said, if you're not comfortable, let me know and I'll start pressing.
It is fine. Though I may not have shared the entirety of my past still, there are many things, as we are all living beings of the world, that we regret in the past. Now, it is up to me to fix them in the present, and to make sure none will repeat in the future. I believe that is the best deal that anyone can ask.
I think I can sympathize with that.
Yes, and apologies for speaking so crudely of myself. A lady is before me, so please allow me to indulge in your history, who you are, and how exactly you came to be.
Well, I'm not really much at the moment. I've been living here most of my life. Just a simple priestess, going on her way, things like that.
Can I have Justin roll an insight check to see if she's of higher standing?
Sure, go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Thank you. Yes.
15. She definitely, with your question, she definitely seems to be someone of a higher standing, yes. She does fit the image of a priestess. There's something like in the back of your mind that's like itching you, thinking maybe she has her own little secrets.
By any chance, would there be any of like, perhaps like like any branding like stitched to her clothing, or like something that would make her a bit recognizable, or perhaps she just wore a pretty common dress?
I would say just off of like basic appearance, her outfit doesn't really have any symbols on it. The attire itself seems very the color scheme you would know just from living here is very similar to that of the that of religious garb. Most people that are of the clergy typically wear that of white and gold, sort of to something. It's sort of to what is the word? I'm trying to think. It is, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna say it imbues pureness, and so that's kind of like what she's going for. Although, roll a history check.
Okay. Hiya! No! That was
Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. Hold on. This is this would be with advantage. Sorry. I should have said that first. You get advantage of this because it's history related to your hometown. Okay.
Can I have a triple advantage?
No. 2 chances are good enough. Yeah, with the 5 of nothing else really sticks out to you at this moment.
All right then. Justin's just gonna kind of lean closer and say, "Oh, do not be so humble and modest, my dear Dazana. You must be someone of great importance. I see your brilliance shining through your clothes in just a manner of sparkles."
Well, thank you, dear. And like she kind of like I'll say with the 15 insight that you rolled, you notice that as you ask that, she gets this sort of like it fades quickly, but there's this like look of paranoia for a bit. Like she kind of like, you notice her eyes kind of like bounce around the room to like just like kind of checking her surroundings very quickly, but she's like doing a very good job of keeping it unnoticed, although you do peek it a little bit.
But Justin does notice though, right?
Yes.
Okay. If that is the case, Justin, he's going to just like silently where is the Oh, do I not come with it? Oh, there it is. I want him to do what? Divine Sense.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Then I sort of snap his finger and see if there's anything of good or evil. It's not specifically hostile intent, right? It's just specifically good or evil and like celestial undead fiends.
I'll say you do sense something.
Mm.
You sense, coming directly from her, a celestial source. It's very faint, but it's there.
Oh, I almost spit my drink. Okay. Justin's eyes kind of glimmer, like whatever kind of like depressive episode that he was in before, because it's fucking party. He kind of like got out of that stupor, and he sort of leans closer to Dazana and asks, "My dearest Dazana, by any chance, can you eat more?"
and just like looks down at her plate and realizes that like she hasn't actually eaten much of her food. It's like, oh, yeah, of course, silly me.
Merrily, what is it that your greatest heart loves and desires? What is that makes your tongue vivid with flavor and excitement?
Like for food, or just in general?
All of the above.
Well, for foods, I know Favor gets some really amazing seafood, especially in the summers. I mean, just some of the delicacies that Favor's native to is just fascinating. So I'd say if I had a favorite, seafood, that kind of thing, like lobster.
Waiter!
You really don't have to. You like wave.
Server, I request your audience.
Yes, sir. Hello. Is
I would
your
like
everything?
your greatest seafood meal, whatever is the freshest. Market price is of no value over interest.
Alrighty then, coming right up. And then he writes that down and heads off to the kitchen. She like has this like concerned expression. She's like, Justin, you really don't have to. I mean, I do appreciate it.
Oh, worry not, my dearest friend. I myself have been curious about seafood for the longest time. It is not a treat that I have indulged myself into.
Alrighty then. Seafood it is then. As for your other question, I think, I don't know, maybe just living something I'd like to pursue in the future. Just a nice, quiet, happy life in the future, I guess. Nothing too major.
Justin's like, he's cocking his head, trying to figure out how such a quote unquote, to his eyes, a divine being would be quiet. He's thinking, what would be the right thing to say here?
If you're wondering on that, then go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Oh.
So with the divine sense, that will give you advantage.
Yes. I don't need it. I need it.
15, not bad. All right. So you start pondering this for a bit, because again, it was a very faint level of celestial presence, and you would know that with like the level of energy that is like radiating off of her, it is not powerful enough to be like a full like divine being or anything. Like she's not a god by any means, or else she'd be like blinding to you. But she's not low enough where it's like that of an average commoner. So for example, something that would also pop up on your divine sense really faintly would be tieflings. It's slightly more powerful than that. So you would have to guess like the only like type of creature, a humanoid creature, that would give off this type of energy would be that of an Aasimar. Basically someone who's born with celestial blood. Now, Aasimar are extremely rare. And most
What's
people...
her skin tone, if you don't mind me asking?
Her skin tone is very much of... It's a very golden tan. And you would already notice that, like, her very, like, she's very beautiful looking, elegant skin. And her eyes, actually, hold on, let me double check this one detail before I say it. Just in case I get it wrong. Yeah, something that, you never really notice it at first, I would say. But you notice that her eyes are not of like a typical color. You know, most humans or elves and things like that have various different eye colors. Most commonly are, you know, like browns, blues, greens, things like that. Her eyes are very, almost shining yellow, which is very rare. Even in
I want
elves.
to make a note that, like, for each description you give her, Justin's like just slowly leaning closer and closer to her face.
She will slowly
So
be
continue.
leaning back as you're like getting very close. But yeah, you would have to guess that she is an Aasimar, which is very rare. And like I said before, most people don't really know about Aasimar. But yeah, they're extremely rare. They're almost unnoticeable to most people. They just pass by as like regular humans, regular elves, things like that. You would also know, just because of, you know, you grew up here, you know just about everything about Favor. Like the majority of the world's known Aasimar are in House Fortunata.
Oh, so it's an Aasimar house.
A lot of it is.
Okay.
Not every single person in, because again, it's a political party, so it's not an actual like family or anything like that. But yeah, a lot of the members there are Aasimar. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, then, like, without realizing, Justin just like kind of leans back and sort of processes the information. To him, the Aasimar are sort of like, kind of like the in-between of God and mortal. And so he's like trying to he's trying to swallow his almost childish like excitement as he then kind of sheepishly asks, and what is it that you like to do as a hobby on your free time?
Not much. My main hobbies are typically, you know, exploring, sightseeing, things like that. You know, wandering around town, seeing the sights, things like that. Favor is such a magnificent city, and I don't really get a lot of time to leave my home and go explore, things like that. So I'd say sightseeing.
And what is your favorite place to sightsee, if you do not mind me asking?
My favorite place. I don't know. I never really thought about it. I really enjoy getting outside of the walls sometimes, exploring some of the shanty towns, Septim. There's a lot of magnificent people down there. I would only hope that one day maybe we expand the walls a little bit, maybe help them out, and I don't know, maybe give some of the townships outside of the walls a bit more funding. Maybe they can get more stable living conditions. There's a lot of really good people down there.
Justin looks just a little bit disappointed. He was expecting something a little, whatchamacallit, religious. But he's not gonna say it, obviously. His lips do contort just a little bit before he says, I see. But, my fair lady, have you gone to the masses in that case? You often sightsee. Are you by chance a fellow hero of the people, offering them bread in their lowest time of respite? I remember the good faces upon their smiles whenever I bring the little ones such bread.
I do what I can. Sometimes I pick up some groceries from the local stables and I try to pass them around to those who need it. Like I said, I don't really get out very often, unfortunately, because, you know, I have to do my due diligence within the church, things like that.
His eyes gleam again. Church! And which church is it that you pray upon?
I mostly go up near the Mosque of the Almighty. That's typically where I spend a lot of time.
Mosque of the Almighty. Does that ring a bell to Justin?
Yes, so the Mosque of the Almighty is sort of like the main, it's almost like that of a monastery. It's actually just north of the Grand Bazaar, the marketplace. It's like this large building right here. It is a very large, rectangular, basically that of a large church, where most of the people within the inner walls come to do their own independent prayers, and they do like typical masses every multiple times throughout the week as well for those that want to attend. And it is a church that is primarily for worshiping the main what is the word? These are the main group of deities. So you have the All-Mother herself, and then the Almighties, which are her.
All-Mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. So it's like a quote-unquote sort of generic, but like the main person or the main god.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I guess an easy comparison I can make it's a very similar pantheon to that of the Elder Scrolls pantheon, like the 8 divines. So you have like the one major one, and then the other ones are sort of like the minor ones that like fall underneath, and that makes up like the major pantheon. So it's not like other religions where there's like 30, 50 different gods. It's like you have the main one, then you have their like the 7 disciples that are also like just as powerful, but the main one's like still on top. And most people in the world will worship them as a whole, but some people will like focus on specific deities because of their own personal beliefs, and like whichever deity fits their beliefs the most.
Okay. Gotcha.
And
All right,
you would know that Helm is not one of those deities. Helm is a not super common deity. Still a god in this universe, but not the main one that most people would worship.
Okay. All right. Then with that in mind, Justin's gonna say, and I do have a particular question then, my dear fair lady. The conversation I had with you about my belief in the god Helm. What did you think about him? He's kind of like giving her the look, like he's like doing that thing where like he wants Helm to be praised, but doesn't want to be too obvious about it.
Right. She thinks for a moment and says, well, I don't know too much about the guy. I have heard good things about him. I've heard of a lot of warriors giving him lots of praise. Nothing bad, I don't think. I just don't know much about him, unfortunately.
Well, I'd be more than happy to share the greatest word of Helm anytime you wish.
Of course.
At this point, does the seafood arrive, or is there going to be a bit more waiting?
Oh yes, I say a couple minutes do go by, and eventually you get like this massive seafood platter just brought out between the two of you. There's like all sorts of goodies on there. You got like a nice big lobster like right in the center, and then it's surrounded by like other little things like hush puppies, crab cakes, all the good stuff, And it is.
Can you smell the sea?
That I can, Justin. Yes, I can.
Did you know that lobsters are known as the bugs of the sea, but also their crown jewel?
I did not know that. Thank you for telling me.
Yes. For you see, Justin's gonna try to perfectly like break open the main meat, the body of the lobster.
Alrighty. How experienced are you in seafood, would you say?
None.
Okay, cool. I would like you to make a sleight of hand check then. 8. Okay. So you try to like crack open this lobster and you seem to like press down in a spot very wrong, and you see like a large bit of the shell like cracks, and there's like this splatter of juice, I would say, kind of just splatters out and splashes on both you and Dazana as you both kind of get a little messy. You two are going to be smelling like seafood for a while now. And she immediately
Justin's
like grabs
gonna-
like a napkin and tries to like sop it up on her dress.
Justin's gonna laugh largely, and then he's gonna whatchamacallit, bite onto the lobster shell and all.
Oh, okay then. You immediately do that. You bite down on the shell, and she's like, "No, you don't eat the shell. Here, actually, let me show you real quick." And she like takes a few minutes to like show you like which bits of the lobster you can and cannot eat, and just, so she'll take the next few minutes and show you like the proper etiquette with like eating proper seafood, as it is surprisingly for you rather complicated.
Justin's like, he's like, it's like one in the ear, out the other, but he's trying to do his best to retain the information. Like, to what degree does he remember everything at the end?
That's roll an intelligence check. We'll see how it goes.
Fuck. Just straight intel.
Yep. We'll see what you get.
Please.
You will forget as soon as you leave the restaurant.
Okay, but like mood though.
Either way.
Whatchamacallit. All right, well, Justin is going to follow her directions step by step, and he's going to see a whole new world that is offered by seafood. Right now, you can almost say it's like a caretaker taking care of like the kid who's like eating super messy in
Yeah.
the kitchen or in the restaurant.
So I'll say you take some time, the two of you, and enjoy this the lobster meal here. And I'd say you probably spend a decent amount of time at this restaurant. And then as you two are finishing up, the waiter comes over and is like about to hand you guys over the bill. And Dazana, I mean, he's like, actually, is it alright if I pay for tonight?
Oh, worry not, my dear. This entire meal was on me. It would not be fair if I ordered such a hefty meal and made you pay a single copper for my troubles.
Are you certain you think you'll be alright?
Absolutely. Do not worry, I have been saving quite the great amount. I'm sure a couple of gold coins will not be of disinterest to me. How much?
All right. The total for the whole meal, I'd say, with like the amount of food that you ordered, would probably be about like 10 gold.
Perfect. Justin adds a extra gold coin.
All right. So you spend 11 gold on this meal, and they take your bill, and she says, "Well, Justin, I want to say thank you for taking me out again. I do appreciate it. Do you know when I can see you again?"
No.
Oh, all right.
But
Oh,
do
where
not
can I-
worry.
Where can I go find you in the
see-
future then?
But do not worry, my dear. As long as you call the name just in time, I will always be there to your rescue and any further adventure.
Alrighty then. I think I know of a way of getting a hold of you. Where are you staying in town at the moment?
Ah, the town I am in is the inn that I spoke of earlier. The what was the name again?
It is known as the Crimson Flask.
It is the Crimson Flask, run by the gruff fellow that I have mentioned earlier. If you give him my name, he is more than able to recognize the name. He says almost in a regretful manner.
Alrighty, well, I'll see you sometime in the future then. You have
Absolutely,
a
and
lovely
my
evening.
dear madam. If I wanted to request your audience, where may I find you?
That one's hard to figure out, unfortunately.
Shall I yell your name?
Sure, that'll work, actually. We'll keep in touch, don't worry.
Perfect. And then when she turns to leave, he's gonna yell out, Dazana!
Yes, Justin?
Ah, it works.
Alrighty. She just laughs and says, alright, well, you have a lovely evening. I'll see you around.
Farewell, farewell.
Bro, it's
You
like
know,
romancing like a child.
Welcome back, Yami.
Oh no, I've been here for like
Okay.
20 minutes. Yeah.
But I'll say the two of you take your leave and you head back over towards the Crimson Flask.
And then Justin's gonna sort of like bust through the door and be like in a very like happy manner. It's like, I have returned, my friends, from a most glorious dinner. Did you know that seafood is quite good?
Akira's
What
taking a
is
shit
it?
right now.
Everyone just
It's
doesn't respond.
Yeah. Refo's gonna be asleep. Or pretending.
We have a different room, so whose room is he
I
busting
just
in?
remember that fucking Akira literally got a room to himself. Yes, he's not even.
Yeah.
He's talking to Jonas.
Who's asleep.
I'm gonna have Justin just
Jonas
talk
just like, I'm
Jonas
trying to
in.
sleep.
Justin, yeah, that's his, Jonas's roommate. Justin's gonna like just regale the entire story to Jonas while he's like dead half asleep.
All right, sounds good. All right, so Akira, you also have a date on this evening. Although last time you said that you wanted to kind of just breeze past it, sort of it'd be like a passive thing, correct?
Yeah.
All right, then let's do this because I think this will be fun. How about we'll either do one charisma check or a series of 3 charisma checks for how well the date goes. Which one would you prefer?
Will if I do 3, will it like the total amount like give me a higher chance of wooing her than if I did 1?
It wouldn't increase your chances. It basically just like spreads the chance out amongst 3 rolls instead of just doing 1.
So if I get like 2 good rolls, then that is like I did like really good. But if I get like 1 good roll, it's like I did mid.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Versus if you just
Oh,
roll the 1, then it's like whatever the number is, you're stuck with that.
Okay, I'll do 3 different ones then. Fuck it.
All right, go ahead and roll me
Yeah.
3 charisma checks then.
Very least I got 3 lucky dice.
Jeez.
Okay, hold on. Where's my character? There it is. Akira, level 6 Kitsune Bard. All right. Persuasion?
No, just straight charisma. So
Oh,
it wouldn't be a
buddy.
skill.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm testing your riz.
Test your wrist. God, I miss Mortal Kombat.
It's
I
coming
gotta
back.
reset my Google Chrome because it's It's doing that thing where the dice roll super slow, and that makes me want to fucking die.
Oh,
so,
you're
Oh,
good.
because of the hardware acceleration.
yeah, from when I streamed on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second.
Fail.
Hey, by the way, that 8 I just rolled, I'm 100% re-rolling that. So,
I don't even see the 8 yet.
oh, it probably didn't work because my ship was fucked up. But got this fucking scary ass music.
This is some passive music. I could change it if you want.
No, it's good. It
Keep
sounds
it
like I'm.
nice.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm selling the 7 Seas right now, or I'm in fucking Hogwarts. Okay, charisma check. Let's get it. Okay.
All right, so we got an 8. $18. And another 18. Okay. Is there any of these that you'd like to re-roll, or do you want to keep it that
That
way?
first one, yes.
All right, go ahead and re-roll that 8 for me then.
15. I'll take an 18,
Alright.
18, and 15. I'll take it.
All right, I'd say with 2 18s and a 15, the date goes really well. The two of you get along really well. You two have a lot of very nice chemistry with. And I'd say that the date went so well that she even covered the bill for you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Akira is not so honorable that he would reject a woman, wanting to flex her power a little bit. He finds that attractive. Yeah.
Alrighty. But yeah, I'd say overall the dinner date goes well. You two end up bonding a decent amount. And
Would you
yeah.
say it went so well that he could persuade her to accompany him to his bedroom?
I fucking knew it was coming.
I will say I will allow you to roll a persuasion check, and because if I rolled you rolled, I will give you advantage on that roll.
Okay. That's a 24 and then a 23, so we'll take the 24.
24, okay. I'll say she's hesitant because, spending the night with individuals is kind of her day job. But eventually at the end of the date, she relents and she agrees to come back to your place for the night. And we will leave it at that.
Alrighty. Hey, listen, W in my book.
Just check that one off the tally.
Yeah.
All right. So, last but not least, we have Mari.
Yo.
Here's her
You
arc.
head out in the late hours of the night over to the west side of town, very close to the absolutely massive Gehenna Stadium, in which you go back to that one small sort of rundown building that you'd met that one individual from before, and you make your way inside as there is I would say you go to a small section of the building that you had been to before. There's sort of a locked gate with one of those I don't know what they're called, but basically those little slide hatches where you can get peer your eyes through, and then the little the latch sort of slides open, these two pairs of eyes peer in, and it says, "Oh, you're a fairy lady, right? You here to do some work in the pits?"
Something like that, yeah.
Alright, come on in. Be quiet though. And he slides it shut. You hear a bunch of latches opening, locks being unlocked. The door swings open, and you're welcomed inside. And it is sort of a room that goes down into a basement level space underneath this this large building. And you find here a cluttered space underneath this large building where the scene is like you see this large pit that sort of feels like the center of the room. There's probably about like 30 individuals surrounding said pit. A lot of them are holding pouches of gold. There's like individuals with like striped shirts that are going around. They're like, looks like they're collecting bets, things like that. And there is one man that kind of waves you down. They're a dwarven man with a long red-looking beard, no hair on the top of their head, and they're wearing what looks to be like this kind of worn down looking top hat. He says, "Oh yeah, you what was your name again? You're the fairy lady that was asking around earlier, right?"
That's correct.
What was your name again?
Ma.
Ma, nice to meet you, Var. My name's Vlomac. I'm the...
Hold on, I'm sorry. Vlomax?
Vlomac.
Vlomac.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me spell it out
Got
for
it.
you?
No, it's fine. What job have you got for me?
Alright, so... You said you wanted to take a look at the animals, right?
Yes, I would.
Alright, so... I got two opportunities for you. I can either take you around back and show you the animals for a fee, or because I've had you one of those, what are they called? The druid things. You can like shapeshift into other animals. I can have you join in some of the fights, or at least one of them, and then afterwards I can let you in the back. You can do your thing, and I won't charge you. So, either you can fight for me, or you can pay me.
Not too keen on the idea of fighting for you before I know what you've got in stock. And I'm surely not going to pay you in gold. So if you could show me the animals first, then I'd fight for you. I'm a woman of my word.
Roll a persuasion check.
Fuck! Okay.
Okay, we'll take the 20.
Okay. How the fuck is it rolling with? Oh, because it rolled with disadvantage.
Yeah, no worries. My going rule is if it rolls with advantage or disadvantage and we didn't ask for it, I always just take the number on the left.
Appreciate it.
Yep, no worries. He like thinks about it for a moment. He's like, all right. Only because I'm feeling generous today. I'll show you in the back, but then you gotta ante up, all right? I run a business.
All right. And what did you say I was fighting again?
You'll find out.
We did have a discussion. I would like to make sure that I'm properly briefed before I get myself into something.
Well, I can show you to him if you like.
Sure.
Alrighty, follow me.
Mari is going to like fly up to shoulder to shoulder with him. So that way she can, keep her feet off the ground in case something does pop off and she's at a decent enough height.
All right. So you follow him and he kind of like trails around the pit here. And you notice that the pit here has like, in the pit in the ground, the pit kind of descends down like a good 10 feet. And there's like these two iron gates on either side. And he takes you to this other door, and he opens it. It goes to like another stairwell. It goes down to another level. You get sort of into the space that's like, sort of like the basement to the basement of this building. Very strangely organized. And you find a large, what looks to be like a big storage space of just about a dozen large cages scattered about here. And it holds a number of animals. Let me pull up a list here. So, some animals that you see. You see some very looking mean dogs, like German shepherds. You see a panther. You see a cage of some lizards. You see like a cage with some birds in it. You see a very imposing looking lion. You see a giant toad. It's literally just a toad, but it's like it's a toad, but it's like the size of a cow. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
It's fucking huge. There's also what looks to be a giant spider in one of the cages, and the cage is like completely covered in spider web, and that is like you can't even see the spider, but you know that there's one in there just based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say there's a crocodile in one of them. And I say the one animal that kind of like sticks out to you the most would be this very large, beat-up looking elephant. It's sort of like in this very large, cramped looking cage.
Mm-hmm. Ari's gonna smirk to herself.
Roll me a nature check.
All right.
Real quick.
19.
So just looking about this room, you can immediately tell that a lot of the animals here are very beat up. Some of them are like wounded still, and like nothing has been done about their injuries whatsoever. And it also seems like you just being in the field of expertise that you are in as a druid, you would immediately know that a lot of these animals are also malnourished. So these animals, they're not getting taken care of very well.
Okay.
And the guy kind of brings over to like one of the back corners, and he says, "That one there would be the one you're fighting. That one's Bessie." And he points to a large cage, and there's this like giant boar, like a very large boar in that cage, and it's like constantly just like slamming its head into the cage, and the cage is like shaking the ground around it. The cage somehow is holding, but you're not sure how.
You want me to fight a dumb pig?
Yeah. You can turn into animals, then you can fight an animal. That's what we do down here.
Sounds simple enough, I suppose. All right. I'm all good with it. Now show me what you've got.
What do you mean?
Are those the only animals that he was gonna like show to me in terms of like wild shaping?
Yeah, this is the collection that he's got.
No fucking way! He said exotic, and we got a fucking we have a fucking giant toad and an elephant. Mari's seen this shit before. She got scammed. Okay. Fuck, she's gonna have to go through with it anyways.
There ain't too many exotic animals.
I mean, shit. Show me a fucking.
I showed you a giant toad. Is that not exotic enough for you?
What? She was expecting a fucking dragon.
You can't wild shape into a dragon. What do you mean?
Yes, I can.
No,
yes, I can.
Dragon.
No, she is going to smirk to herself, and she's just going to like slowly fly up to the cage with the boar in it, and she's just gonna examine it. Is there anything like that she notices about the boar that might be off with it, other than it being like malnourished and not taken care of, like enhanced in any way? Is it another druid that can like turn into another animal mid-fight?
Roll me a nature check.
Okay. Another 19.
Nothing seems too unusual about it. I mean, like a lot of the other animals, it definitely seems like it's seen a decent amount of fights in the past. Like you see like all these like scarring of its tissue. A lot of the fur is sort of misshaped and not even there in certain patches. You can see there's like a couple scrapes on one of its tusks.
Okay. Would you mind sending me the list of the animals that he just showed her?
Yeah, it'll take me a minute though. If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I say? I'll send it to you at the break. How about that? Would that be okay?
Yeah, I know the biggest one aside from the giant toad was what, a lion and an elephant.
Yes.
Does the elephant have tusks? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because she knows what the fuck an elephant is.
Yeah,
but
the elephant
okay,
has
that
tusks,
works. That's fine. Okay, we're good then.
Alrighty. But he says to you, "All right, so what'll it be? You fighting?" And he like shakes his hand, like he like rubs his fingers together, like the money sign that he does with his hands. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm gonna fight. No worries here. I can take on a dumb pig.
Alrighty. Well, your fight's gonna be in 15 minutes. I'll leave you down here for now. Just you know, no funny business or nothing.
What do you mean by funny business? Is there anything I need to be worried about down here?
Aside from a pig, no.
Then we should be fine.
Alright. He gives you a nod.
Okay.
And he heads upstairs and he says, "Yeah, you'll be entering on the west side over there. Just line up, and when we call your name, shape and shift into something fancy. I don't know."
Got it, friend. The minute he leaves, Mari's unlocking every single one of those fucking animals and freeing them.
Okay, so do you have thieves' tools by any chance?
I do.
Okay, cool. So here's what I'll do, because there's a lot of cages, and he did say like 20 minutes. So I want you to roll 3 sleight of hand checks, and depending on how well you roll, that'll decide with how many cages you unlock.
Okay. 3 sleight of hand checks.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, 11.
God, these are
14.
not good. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, so you slowly like take your thieves' tools and you immediately begin trying to like get a lot of these cages open. And how about this? Which animals would you start with? Because there's a lot of cages.
Okay. Oh, damn. Then that list would come in handy. Fuck. She would probably start with the ones that are like the most malnourished and like unwell.
Okay. So I'll say you'd probably start with the dogs. They probably look like the worst off out of all of them.
Okay.
So you start with that.
I'm sorry, can I DM you something really quickly?
Yeah, go for it. And here, I'll slowly get a list of animals. I'll put them in the campaign info section.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Sure. Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Good shit.
All right. So, let's see here. What's the list I just gave? Sorry, I'm trying to remember my list.
Yeah.
One more second. Okay. Alright, I just put the listen campaign info. I think that's just about all of them.
Okay.
And there's like multiples as well. That's not just like all they have, but yeah.
Mhm,
So alright. So you begin like kind of unlatching some of the gates here. Immediately, like you unlatch the gate of the one with the dogs, and they all kind of like just like huddle in like the back of the cage as you approach. And as soon as you like you unlatch it pretty quickly, and you open up the cage. And are you in your fairy form, or are you more your humanoid shape?
She's in her fairy form.
Okay, so you kind of like slowly pull the door open, and they look confused at first. Like they kind of just like leave the cage and they just like wander around. And just like they don't immediately leave yet, because you can immediately sense that they're very scared right now. But slowly, as you like begin unlatching more of these cages, they all kind of like begin grouping up with each other. And I'll say you notice that a lot of these animals, like, they're like looking at each other like they know each other, like almost like they're friends. And it's almost like the realization kind of hits you of just like, oh, these guys like each other, but the people upstairs keep making them fight each other. That's sad. And yeah, it does not make you feel good. But you notice like one of the cages, like you notice the what would it be? Yeah, you notice like there's like one cage with just like a random like lizard in it. And as soon as you open up the cage, the lizard comes out and its form shifts like without any warning. You kind of instinctively like back away, and in the form of where that lizard was just standing, there is a small goblin there, like large, pale green skin, large yellow eyes, wearing a set of like round bifocal glasses, with a bit of curly brownish hair, with a huge looking like wizard's hat. And this goblin sort of like gets up, just like, oh, are you magic folk?
I suppose so.
Hi, nice to meet you. And the goblin like takes her hand and like shakes it up and down. It's like, my name's Pink. I know she's trying to get some of the animals out of here. I've been trying to do the same. I think we can work together.
How have you failed thus far?
Well, my first goal was to get captured and then get my way down here. But then I didn't want to give away my cover, so I've kind of just been down here for a few days.
You neglected to turn into a fly to escape the cage, and you... Okay,
I didn't think that far. I honestly didn't expect to get here, but now I'm here, now you're here, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, I can help you with some of the cages, and then we can stage a coup, and then we can get them all out of here. I think the stairs are just big enough for everybody. The elephant might be a bit tricky. I think we can figure something out.
sounds promising. And she says that with like little confidence. It's just she you can tell she's not very confident in this thing's ability to get them out of there. However, she will continue to move on and unlock the cages while keeping her eye on the others, so that way they don't like run away too soon.
Okay. So, you keep going through a lot of these cages here, and you notice one of the cages towards the back that you didn't really notice at first. And you kind of turn the corner, and you see in the cage a deer. A deer that you've seen before. would you like to describe to me who this deer is?
It would be an old friend that helped Mari through her exploration when she was first traveling out of the woods from Tormund to like the outskirts of the villages, and her kind of like exploring what that life was like. She was on her own and she was small, and that was when she refused to wild shape. So the deer, Celine, was kind of like her best friend in a sense. Like it was her safe space, her home. She felt safe around something that didn't seem too scary, something she was familiar with. And so she just kind of like, one day, I guess they adopted each other. And yeah, Selena is very peaceful, but clever. And that's why she loves her, because she doesn't need to very like speak to her for them to be kind of in tune. They are always really kind of on the same wavelength.
Alrighty, so yeah, you see locked up in this cage, Celine, a deer that you've ran into this deer numerous times in the past. And yeah, you kind of just have this weird moment where you're like, oh my god, it's you.
As she realizes that it's like her pattern on her fur, Mari's gonna kind of like feel like her throat kind of swell and close, and she's gonna like place her hands on the bars, and she's just gonna stick her little head through, and she's just gonna like, her eyes are watering. Celine, is that you?
Celine kind of walks over to you and begins like nuzzling your face.
Would there be any like scars or anything on Celine?
You don't see any scars, no. Celine, compared to everybody else, looks fine.
Did they hurt you, girl? And she's gonna like pet her head.
Celine shakes their head no.
Okay, she's gonna unlock the cage. Do you want me to roll another sleight of hand, or?
No, I'll say we'll take that 18.
Okay.
Yeah, most of these locks are pretty easy, so I'd say it takes you a decent amount of time, but you eventually do get like all the cages open.
Okay.
Here, do me a favor though. Because you now have all of these like wild animals just out and about, I'd like you to go ahead and just roll me an animal handling check just to see how well you can kind of control the situation.
Alright, animal handling. Ah! And that one is crazy.
Awesome.
Hold on, pause. No. That was a mistake. Hold on.
Where's your...
There you go, see?
Where's your lucky pea?
Cool, okay.
I'm using lucky.
Do you have lucky?
Fuck no, I wish.
Alright, so I'm gonna say you unlock all the cages and like all these animals are just like out and about, kind of just trying to figure out what's going on. And the goblin that you were talking with before kind of goes over to you with Celine and says, alright, so I think I know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna round everybody up, and then I can go ahead and get some spells ready. Maybe I can make a diversion while we can sneak everybody out. And then, like, in the midst of Big trying to come up with the plan, they all just like charge towards the staircase. One of Bessie, the giant boar, just slams the main door open, and you just hear this cacophony of just screams coming from upstairs, and Bink doesn't even notice. Like, all right, and then we'll sneak him around outside, and then I think I could probably cast a sleep spell.
Would she notice? Because Mari
you're
was
watching everything. Yeah, you're watching.
Okay, Mari
like,
is literally
Bink's back
turning
is
into a
turned.
fucking fly, and she is dipping. She does not give a fuck about that damn goblin.
And Bink like sees it. It's like, hey, how we get? What? No! Wait! Come back! Wait! Hold on! This is important. And And here, roll me a stealth check.
I'm a fly.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And you openly admitted that you're a druid, so... All right, so you turn into this fly, and you immediately just begin following the massive horde of animals as there's 2 or 3 dudes upstairs that are like trying to hold them back, but they all just get slammed to the side. You even see one of the dudes that was taking the bets just gets like gored and just gets tossed over into the pit, and just, it's chaos up here. But eventually you do make your way out of the of this establishment, following everybody out. Like, the whole place is just cleared out as everybody's just running for their lives. And as you're flying away, do you want Celine to follow you, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so Celine is trying to keep up with you, but again, you're a fly, so a little hard to keep track of. And you notice Bink behind. He's like, "Wait, hold on, this is important. I was actually trying to get a hold of you."
This fucking stupid, shitty ass goblin. I'm gonna land on its fucking nose.
Hello,
Is that a good or bad thing?
I don't think I got your name.
Bzz.
That's
it.
The
That's
goblin,
all it gets.
The goblin waves their hands around for a little bit, and you see they cast some sort of spell and says, Can you say that again?
Ma. My name is Ma.
Ma, nice to meet you. I'm Bink. I actually was it's actually very funny that I ran into you here. I heard that you were in town. I heard that I saw that you were, I don't mean to be creepy or anything, but I heard that there was a fairy in town, and I wanted to kind of ask you about questions on the Feywild and stuff, if that was okay with you.
That's what was important. We're trying to escape, and that's what was important. Are there not any other fairies here?
Not that I know of.
Can we get out with our lives before we discuss the Feywild? I'm not even sure I have much to tell you.
I mean, that's fine. I'll take anything at this rate. Do you want me to just follow you back to where you're staying, or do you want me to meet you somewhere?
Yeah, just meet me in the cemetery at I don't know tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. All right, sweet. I can do that. All right, sounds good. I'll see you there.
Bye.
Thanks for your help. Bye. And the goblin runs in a whole other direction, and you and Celine are now on your own.
Mari is going to look at Celine. Would Celine be able to understand her?
I say yeah. Celine does understand you.
I'm not fucking meeting that goblin. I'm not meeting that fucking goblin. And then she's going to stick herself right in front of Celine and lead the way back to the tavern during the it's really dark out, right?
Yeah, it's past midnight at this rate.
Yeah, she's gonna take just a route that wouldn't be too often traveled. Not rushing once she gets out to the city. She's not gonna rush too much because then it's pretty obvious. But
all right, you take the less traveled route to make your way back to home, which you do. What are you planning on doing with Celine?
I entirely plan on using invisibility on Celine. So I am going to shift out of wild shape, and then I am going to touch Celine and make her invisible while we enter the tavern.
Okay. So you make your way back into the tavern with this invisible deer, and you two make your way up back into your room where I believe you're staying with Reeful?
Yeah.
All right, so Reefel, you hear the door open like very late in the evening. You're like half asleep, but the sudden shift of like light appearing into the room as the door comes in, you see Mari come back into the room, and you hear clopping.
Who is that now? Mari, is that you?
Yes, it's me, and I've brought a friend. Mari's gonna like close the door behind her, and she is going to she's gonna withdraw the invisibility from Celine, and she's gonna like wrap her tiny little arms around Celine's neck while she's flying as in a hug. This is Celine.
Hello, Celine. Is this a deer?
This is a deer. This is my oldest friend.
Oh. Okay.
I guess you can call her what like Search is to you, I suppose.
Okay.
Companion, if you will.
See, she gonna be traveling with us now then?
What are you up to nowadays, Celine? You free?
I'll say Celine nods up and down.
Mari's just gonna like look at Reefel and shrug. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. Celine, how do you feel about kobolds and dragons? Oh shit, actually, hold on. Aren't you and like sheep ripe for the picking when it comes to those? No offense, Celine.
Celine does not respond because deer.
I mean, fuck.
If it's any consolation, Search wouldn't eat this.
Let's see. You didn't say magic deer. You said deer. So this is what happened.
Is it not? Hold on. I thought I wrote it in my backstory.
Is it magic deer? I thought you just said it was a deer, like a normal deer. Wait, did I fuck this up?
We're going. Let me go back.
Hold on. Now I gotta check my notes.
I gotta find them. Yeah, it's magical deer. Hold on, let me copy and paste.
Was this like an updated thing?
No. Where is it?
Because I'm pretty sure I have it in my notes. I copied and pasted what you sent me, and what I have written down is, during her journey, Mari met and befriended a deer named Celine, who helps her on occasion. Nothing about magic.
Who helps her on occasion, often when she's facing bigger enemies in the woods, as she's at a disadvantage being as small as she is. Celine is magical, which gives her the advantage.
I don't know why I don't have that part.
Did we not agree? I might have taken it off when I sent it to you. Hold on, let me see.
Maybe you added in after you sent it to me?
That could be it, yeah. It's fine. We can retcon the magical if you want to. It doesn't really matter.
How about this? I think I can make her a magical deer. I'll just need some time to actually write stuff for her, because all I have for Celine is she's a deer. That's
okay.
That'll be something for another session.
She was just traveling with a normal ass deer that she picked out one day.
That's what I thought it was. So that's all I wrote down in my notes. I'll have to update that. That's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
So next session, I'll be sure to like add some more for Celine in the future.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll say that Celine's shy right now because it's been a few months since you've seen her last, so.
Okay, that's fine. Mari is going to lay on her bed and she's gonna like pat it. She'll be like, "Come here, you can sleep here."
All right, so then Celine will kind of hop up onto your bed and just immediately just like pass out.
All right. Hey, Reefel.
Yeah?
Can you promise me that Search won't eat my friend?
Search, don't eat her friend, okay?
The two
He's
of you
getting pretty
look over.
big, so I'm not
The
quite
two
sure.
of you look over to Search, and apparently Search has been like awake this entire time. His eyes are like wide open, just staring at Celine.
Please tell me he's like salivating.
Actually, you know what, Reefel, you would notice this is like a weird look for him. So you ever like know, like, you ever seen videos of dogs where like a dog will like meet another dog for the first time and then they immediately just like freeze up? And then they just don't know what to do. Have you ever seen those kind of videos?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Where like Search is kind of just like staring, just like, what the fuck is that thing?
So cute.
Okay.
I mean, he's just
Be
like
fine.
chilling with his eyes just like wide open. I'm like, what the fuck?
Fun.
Okay, that's after that. Mari's just likely gonna lay down next to Celine and feel very accomplished for what she did.
Hell yeah. All right, sounds good. So, you get your rest for the evening, and I will say that is going to be a good spot to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll stop for like 5-ish minutes or so, and then when we come back, we will have the meeting with the boss man. That'll be fun. Exciting. So yeah, we'll be right back, everybody. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Sounds good.
And yeah. BRB.
I need your guys' help deciding something.
What's up? What's up?
Should Search be gradually getting bigger, or when we hit level 7, should it just like wake up one morning and he's bigger?
I think it'd be
Can it
funny
happen
to
in
have him
front of
just,
us?
like, yeah, just like suddenly just get bigger.
Can we literally like all just be in a circle talking to each other, and then suddenly we just like we look at
Damn.
Search and it's just like a and he's bigger.
I mean, that'd be hilarious. That'd be up to Laco, I guess. Oh god.
I mean, does it not grow like over time?
That's
with
what
the
I
levels?
asked. I asked Laco, and he said it could be either or.
I mean, I just looked it up and it said at level 7 it grows wings and grows to medium size, so it would be our size at level 7.
Ooh, you'd be so big.
Yeah, medium is actually crazy as fuck.
A big boy.
Can't wait till he's large and it's just a fucking big ass dragon
Large and
traveling with a
George.
party.
Yeah, honestly, it could go either way. Whichever you prefer. It could absolutely just be like a moment where you guys are just chilling, and all of a sudden, boom! It just has wings, and it's just like twice its size.
I literally
Fine.
want to hear the sound effect too. I want to hear as he grows wings and shit. Just
You got that, Laco? You gotta make a sound effect.
I'll come up with something.
Oh, you can't ride and fly on it though at level 7. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, well, can't I like sit on him at least?
Yeah, so
I mean,
you
it doesn't
can.
say anything about you not being able to sit on it. It just
At
I
says
assume
medium?
it's not like a mount.
So at
but-
medium size, you can ride on him, but he can't fly with you on its back.
Okay. Can he fly himself?
Yeah, once he gets his wings.
Okay. He's just not strong enough to carry a person yet.
Yeah. He
Gotta
could
hit the
theoretically
gym.
carry you. It's just like he'd be flying like really slow.
Okay.
he could carry Mari though.
Oh yeah.
This
Oh
is
yeah,
true.
definitely.
Mari's gonna fly on the fucking dragon. She's Khaleesi!
She
Just
she
make him
could
big
sit on
enough for
him in
me.
his baby form, so
Bigger.
Mari is going to have fun riding baby dragon.
Baby dragon.
She's gonna say Dracarys. She's a Khaleesi stan.
Oh shit. I got to teach him a fire move. He eventually can do a second element, right?
Maybe? I'd have to check.
I believe I had read that, but I can't be 100% sure.
It says at level 11, you can choose an element that he can breathe fire. Breathe.
Oh, that's cool.
Like a second element aside from his original?
I mean, yeah, it says at level 11 as an action, you can exhale a 30-foot cone of damaging breath or cause your Drake to exhale it. Choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison damage. Your choice doesn't have to match your Drake's draconic essence. So yeah, it could be any element.
Nice.
That's gonna be so fire, literally.
Is lava considered the same thing as fire as far as resistance goes, Loco?
Yeah, lava would do fire damage.
Okay, so Surge could basically swim through lava if he's summoned as a fire dragon.
Yo.
Yeah, you could.
That's pretty pog.
Sexy pog.
I've been playing Baldur's Gate 1 a lot recently, and 3.5 edition of D&D was so much more powerful than 5th edition, bro. Like, the spells are just ridiculous, some of the shit I'm seeing at early levels too.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about Baldur's Gate right now. I can't believe I beat it, bro.
Yeah, I finally did my last stream on Baldur's Gate, and now I'm like, alright, time for this to be an offline game.
I'm crying.
There's too many
I
other games
beat
I want to
it
play.
and made a character again immediately. And I love her so very much, and I cherish her, and she's probably gonna be way more fun because I'm playing a Dark Urge character now. But I hope that it's as good as my first playthrough.
Is that Dancho back?
Oh, I've been here.
Oh, okay. I think they're all
Okay,
here.
good.
Yeah, I didn't use the restroom, so.
Sounds good. Alright, we can jump back in then if you guys are ready.
Yes.
Getting into more plot.
Yeah. Alright, so,
World plot.
yeah. The next morning arrives. You guys all get your long rest, obviously. The next morning arrives, and you guys all awake in the morning. And you guys prepare for the day. Is there anything you guys like to do before noon arrives?
No, I'm good.
No, I don't got anything.
All right.
Ooh.
You'd likely check on Celine to make sure Celine is still there.
Yeah, Celine's chilling.
And she would go down. Does this tavern have food and breakfast and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then she would have at some point gone down to bring Celine food, whatever food she can find that's suitable for a deer. And
You'll find
then
her.
at that point,
You grab some apples and give Celine some apple slices.
and then at that point, she would just wait it out.
All right, so you
Um,
guys.
Question: what was the name of I almost said Xander? What was the name of Akira's date?
Salona.
Solona. Okay, I was just putting in my notes. What was her race?
I believe she was an elf.
What a shit date.
I mean, according to charisma
It's like,
checks,
man,
it was
that date went great.
Celine.
Who
I
are
don't
you?
even know her fucking name.
Told me it was but a Tuesday.
Did she spend the night or did she leave earlier?
Oh yeah,
Don't make
true.
her spend the night, bro. He doesn't know her name.
He knows her name. Listen.
She'd be
She
like,
has
damn,
better memory
babe.
than me.
Well, I gotta get
I'll
going.
say she probably
so
left
she
sometime in the
could,
middle of the night because she had work the next morning.
Okay,
She's a
Akira's
busy
gonna wake
lady.
up, look around, doesn't see the woman, feels a slight pang of something, but he can't identify it, so he just shrugs, gets up to get breakfast.
Oh, has emotions?
Right.
No, he does. He just is not in tune with the softer side.
He's getting lonely.
Maybe a little bit. It's okay though. He lives almost forever, bro. Like, who cares about loneliness?
All
That was
right.
really sad, not gonna lie. I don't even care about lonely.
It's like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, no, he doesn't really have too much to do before the afternoon. I will say that if the tavern is somewhat popular, then he'd probably play ask if he could play just like a soft, quiet morning tune like in the common area
All
to
right.
accompany breakfast.
Yeah, Brock the Innkeeper, he's cool with you playing. Go ahead and have me roll a performance check real quick, see how you do.
Okay. 17.
Alright, not bad. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. You know, you get all warmed up and stuff and you play for a decent amount of time. I'll say you get a couple donations here and there. I'd say you probably get like 2 gold.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
Fill up my cup. He doesn't even need it. He just smiles at them.
Alright, but you guys all get together, with the exception of Jonas, because he's just, he's chilling. You guys all make your way a couple blocks down the street northward to the place that you were at before. It was, looked to be like a small warehouse-like building on, at like an intersection. And you go over towards the main, like, double doors of this establishment, and there is a man, a tiefling man, kind of like standing, watching outside the front door. And he like notices you guys approach, and he like gives you a nod and says, "You guys here to see the boss?"
Akira gives him a just like a casual smile and nods his head. He says, "Yeah, we heard that there was a little mission that he was interested in hiring us for, so that's why we're here."
Alright, he's expecting you. Just head on inside.
Alrighty, good friend. He's gonna give him a pat on the shoulder as he walks by.
Alright. You guys all make your way inside the building here, and it looks to be that of like a storage facility, like a small warehouse. You see a bunch of individuals just like moving crates and pallets and things around, and you see kind of watching over some folks, Kale. And he spots you guys off in the distance and he waves you down. He approaches and says, "Hey, how you guys doing?"
As good as ever.
Alrighty. So, here's the deal. The boss is upstairs in his office. You guys are gonna go in there, have a chat with him. He'll let you know what the deal is, what you're gonna be doing, and we'll go from there. Think you guys can handle that?
Sounds great to me. I've got my bounty cleared already.
Akira just gives him a just like a small smirk, and he says, "I mean, I would sincerely hope that we can handle speaking to a man."
Alrighty.
He's gonna walk past Kale and head inside. Finally meet the big boy.
Just remember, best behavior.
Just waves.
Yes, father.
All right, you guys make your way upstairs. And you...
Just want to put it out there, if you guys happen to make it to to make it to Jonas and Justice's room, he's still talking to him.
Did you not
already
sleep?
left.
The next day?
Yes.
Oh my god.
The next day.
Okay, well, maybe not the next day, but when they wake up.
Talks
he's
his
still
ear
drunk.
off, goes to sleep, continues to talk his ear off.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Are you at the party right now?
Bruh.
I mean,
No
we
way.
did grab
Just
you
for
before we left, so I mean, I would assume that you're with the party.
Yeah, you know, for convenience sake, let's just say that. Actually, I think that's better.
Yeah.
Just say that he is with the party?
Yeah.
Okay.
About to waste 30 minutes role playing us convincing him to stop speaking to a dead body.
No, I just wanted to make it more of like a pass point rather than like actually do on it.
All right, cool. Sounds good. So, you guys make your way upstairs here. A moment. Make your way upstairs, and there's like a long hallway with like a couple rooms here, and there's like one door that kind of stands out the most to you guys, and you immediately assume, like, okay, that's probably the office. Do you guys just waltz on in, or do you knock on the door?
Actually, Mari's gonna stop before anything, and she's gonna look between all of them. All right, so my bounty is cleared. Do you guys have a plan?
About clearing the bounties.
I mean, about whatever business he's gonna ask for in return. It's not free.
I mean, I mainly just want to see exactly what type of man he is and what he has in mind. We're not exactly beholden to agree to anything, so I think it'll be okay.
Okay, I'm just here to help, I suppose.
Well, what if it doesn't go well? What if he like forces us to do the job or he'll like kill us or something?
Akira pats the side of his robe where you can vaguely see an imprint of a gun-like object, and he says, I personally do not feel too beholden to Kale, so if it comes to it, I don't really mind fighting my way out.
Kale was with us so long though. You don't feel
I've
any?
lived almost 60 years, a couple of months, but the man does not behold me to him.
Stop saying beholden.
Not the way that I'm beholden to all of you.
Alright, fine. Kira literally just goes and says, anyway, started blasting. Damn, Vito looking ass.
Although I will say, if you do not mind, and I sincerely hope you all do not mind, I will take the lead in the discussion, but if, obviously I'm not going to gag and bound you unless that is your desire, so speak if you will.
Nope, sounds great to me.
What if he's gonna ask us about like how we got our bounties? Like, what if that's gonna determine if he'll help us or not?
Say you, I don't know, kicked a cat. Actually, no, just say what your bounty's for. It's already up there, right?
I mean, I don't think the details are, but I guess if you say we should tell him, then I'll tell him.
Listen, all I'm gonna say, alright, is this man is just a man. Give him the respect you'd give to any high-ranking official, but don't treat him as if he holds our lives in his grasp, because no one has that power over us.
Okay, whatever you say, boss.
Akira just pats her on the head. All right. All of you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Merrily.
All right.
Hayden.
Um, before they go in, is there a window nearby?
Right now, no. You guys are just in like a hallway.
He's planning
Okay.
his escape.
Actually.
Oh, I know. I see a window immediately, you know.
Akira reaches into the inside of his cloak, and you guys hear a little tweet, and he like touches something inside of his cloak, murmurs a word, and then just puts his hand back out and says, "Okay, I'm ready."
Lead the way.
We're gonna walk and fucking knock on the door. 3 big knocks.
All right. You knock on the door and you hear a voice says, "Come on in."
Man, I just wanted to like slide the door open.
All right, he's gonna slide in. He's gonna walk in.
All right. You open the door and you find yourselves in a very nice looking office space. Nice wooden desk in the center of the room with a bunch of bookshelves behind that fill the back wall. There's a couple paintings on the wall to your left with 2 open windows to your right. In this room, there are 3 individuals. The one that stands out the most to you all is the man sitting behind the desk. The man 100% is a tiefling. Bold red looking skin. Looks a very well built man, tall, long auburn looking hair.
He attractive?
Oh, absolutely. He looks, for a tiefling, he looks half elven in descent, slightly pointed ears. He looks to be early middle-aged. So he is very fine-looking features, a thin but well-kept beard, very fancy-looking clothes, like very nice Victorian-style-looking dress shirt with a couple of the buttons undone, showing his burly chest. Is coated head to toe in jewelry, rings on all of his hands, numerous necklaces, couple piercings in his elven descended ears, and all sort of solidified with a very nice looking black and red captain's jacket.
It looks nice then, huh? Very well
and
dressed.
Nothing stands out more than the very large, wide-brimmed, fancy-looking hat that have 2 holes in them where his long, wavy horns point up and outward. Flanking either side of him, there are 2 individuals. The woman on his right is another tiefling. This one with more pink skin, with horns that sort of curl forward slightly, almost like that of a ram. Long braided white hair, strong-looking physique, wearing a very elegant-looking black and gold dress. And on his left is a Goliath, sort of like a Goliath. For anybody that doesn't know, is that of a descendant of giants. So this is a strong, well-built-looking man, coated head to toe in leather gear with the sleeves not there, sleeveless leather jacket with a nice looking cowl kind of wrapped around his neck. His hair is wild, shaven on the sides, and his skin is blue and pale. Reefle.
Huh.
The Goliath.
Uh-huh.
You recognize him.
Okay.
This is a man by the name of Arkal Longshot Ilanakanu. You've worked with him before.
Okay.
I can post the name if you'd like, because it's a bit of a
Yeah,
mouthful.
please.
All right, I'll post it in the little 20. That is his name.
Okay.
You have worked with this man in the past, and you immediately, the two of you, like, your gazes lock, and the two of you kind of, like, have this realization where you both recognize that you know each other. And
Okay.
he doesn't say anything, but he just gives you a nod.
Okay.
But,
She will give us a small nod back and step closer to Justin.
All right, but you all make your way into the room, and the man that sits in the chair kind of has his one of his arms resting on the armrest in the very nice looking leather chair that he's sitting in. Come on in, welcome, hello. Good to meet you. My name is Lord Excellence. I'm sure you've heard of me at this point. Please introduce yourselves. I would like to know who I'm speaking to.
You said Lord Excellence?
That is correct.
Ew. Okay.
You knew his
Just-
name.
I forgot it.
Justin's gonna look at Akira as if like, am I a-okay to talk?
Akira gives Justin a smile, and then he immediately speaks, and he says, "It is nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Finally put a face to name. My name is Akira, and behind me are the rest of my adventuring party." And then he is going to gesture at Justin, knowing that he wants to speak really badly right now.
Then Justin's gonna say, good day, good met, my good fellow. I am just in time, ready to be at your service for whatever service you need and would require all your assistance for.
He gives you a nod. Well met,
He's
well
gonna go up
met.
to him and like ask for it. He's gonna like do a handshake.
Straight to the point. I like it. He rises up from his chair and how tall are you, Justin?
He's 6'4".
His eyes meet yours as you realize how tall this man actually is. He's a big
He's
lad.
6'5".
Not the dick measure.
When his eyes meet yours and he gives you a very strong, stern handshake. Nice to meet you. The rest of you?
Justin immediately kind of wants to like adjust their handshake to make it so it's like the Full Metal Alchemist meme. Just
Oh my
like
God.
muscles bulging, just like clasping their hands.
Sure. The
A
camera
man
pauses
of the
for a
mighty
moment.
muscle.
Yeah, I get that
After their pauses,
sometimes.
their muscles just speak, and then vocally he finally says like, good to meet a fellow man of the muscle."
Likewise, likewise. Very strong
Alright,
grip, I
then.
like that.
Pray tell,
Akira-
my good sir, what is your regiment? What do you eat as your main diet?
Now hold on, we'll get to that later. Let me meet the rest of your compatriots first. Then we can talk about those things later.
Merrily.
So that's two of you.
Akira
How about the other
nudges
two?
Reefle.
My name is Reefle. This is my dragon. His name is Valnir. Hello. She's literally like gonna step back.
Mari's just gonna shrug and kind of like cross her arms. I'm Mari. Nice to meet you.
All right, well, it's finally great to meet you all. Kale has told me much of your exploits and what you are able to accomplish. So, let's go ahead and cut to business, shall we? I don't want to take too much of your time.
Akira, is there a seat at all in front of
There
his
is
desk?
not.
Okay, so he has a seat.
Correct.
Rip.
Okay, is there a seat anywhere in the room, like other than his?
There's like an extra chair towards like the back left corner of the room, I'd say.
Okay. What the fuck? Akira looks over at Justin and then like inclines his head like slightly towards the chair.
And he's gonna just like happily march over and just sit down with conviction.
Okay, at least he's out the way. Okay, snorts and walks forward. I do like cutting straight to the point. I'm not really a man of superfluous words. And he winks.
Right. Well then, let's talk business, shall we? Like I said before, your friend Kale has told me much of your abilities, your exploits, things that you are capable of doing. I am interested in that. However, I would like to hear it from you yourselves. So tell me, if I were to work with you, what do you have to offer?
Akira smiles and glances back at the rest of the party. And he says, well, I'm not too sure exactly what you'd be offering us. The terms really haven't been discussed. So if we could understand exactly what we'd both be getting out of this, I have no issue explaining my side and our party's strengths.
Well, let me start with saying I am always in need of help here and there, always in need of workers who are willing to, help out here and there, doing things that many other individuals do not have the gall or the stomach to do. I'm sure you're well and familiar with the kind of work that I am most known for, or most infamous for, so to speak.
I've heard tales.
And I have heard that the majority of you, at least, have things that you would like to run away from. Things that I would be able to wash under the rug. So, what I am trying to say is, do a couple of jobs for me, and you do well, then you all can walk away as free men and women. I would say that is a fair bargain.
Bro, this is me out of character. With fucking Jonas's and Refill's bounties, bro, that's a mighty fair fucking deal. Yes, because they are down bad. Akira's gonna nod and give him a more genuine smile, and he says, "Alrighty, so the terms are laid down, and in exchange for our misdemeanors disappearing from our records, we would do a couple of jobs for you. Would that be 2? The numbers are always very important to iron out."
I'd say it could be. I have some things in mind that I do need completed. But like I said before, I want to see what I'm working with here before I send you off on your merry way. After all, we have only just met.
Okay, not my first job interview. Akira is going to smile and wiggle his fingers, and just some sparks fly out, colorful sparks, and he says, "I am something of a minstrel myself. I cultivate and manipulate the weave of magic with both music and arcane talents. And I would say that I'm quite good at what I do, then he's gonna gesture for the others to explain their power.
I personally don't need anything from you. I'm just here to help my friends.
Is that all? You sure there's nothing else that you desire? Anything that you might need to procure?
Procure? No. Though, I might need some time to think on that. Let's see what you can do for them.
Alrighty. And the rest of you?
Go ahead, Justin.
Justin, you're allowed to speak now, mate.
I am personally fine with the endeavors that we will endure, but my good man, I must know your training regiment.
Like I said, we can talk about that later. Right now, we talk business, and then afterwards we can talk about other less important things.
Oh, then do not worry about me. Akira is the one with the head for all the business. I will simply smile and follow.
Alright, so he's really strong, and he calls upon divine energy to smite his opponents, a paladin.
Yes, I am he who follows Helm. Helm is the righteous savior of the world. He is he who brings down justice to the unjust, the man who will bring light to all that is dark. I, his fellow paladin, make sure that injustice is not spread
Akira
around.
is going to raise a hand and say he also needs to realize that there's certain time and places for certain acts.
Yes, Helm is always a great
That means shut up,
conversation.
Justin.
He's gonna put up a hand. Say gotcha.
Alright, now Reeful right here is an incredibly skilled ranger and stealth expert. So, if you coalesce all of our talents together, you have a stealth expert with ranged accuracy, a very strong paladin, something better than a wizard, and despite my friend Mari not saying her talents, she is indeed someone that can shift into many an animal form, all extremely large and dangerous.
That's true.
We also have Jonas.
Oh yeah, and Jonas, he's not here right now because he is a bit indisposed with a bounty that we took care of a couple of days ago, but he is an assassin. I think that word is well known to you and one that I do not need to explain further.
I am familiar, yes. Alright, well, I think I have what I need then. So, what I see before me is a band of professionals, all specializing in their own talents and techniques. And as a group, you all, I would hope, work pretty well. I think I know what I need to use you for. Yes. How about this? And he gets back up from his chair. I have two things in mind. The first job is more of a test. I want to see how effective you all are as a group. You all sound very talented, but I would like to know it for myself. So I will start you off with something basic for you all. And if you are able to complete that job, then we can get into the more complicated things. Things that would be equivalent of paying off your vast bounties. Do not worry about such frivolous things. I am well and well acquainted to those with the disposition to the law, we'll say. So,
As far as basic goes, what exactly do you mean by that?
I would say for those of your talents, something, a simple retrieval job. See, there is a noble that lives, has an estate outside of the city, a few miles out, slightly south of here. You see, I have worked with this man a couple of times here and there, but, you know, I specialize in trade, being in charge of House Valesco. And we may or may not have had a package fall into the wrong hands. And the person that I've been working with refuses to hand over said package. So, while he's away, I'm going to have you all break into his house and get it back. I don't think that would be too difficult for you. I'm missing 5 things in particular, 5 magical items. If you can get me those items, or at least most of them, I will be happy. And if you can
But is
do
that
it,
not theft?
well, technically, the man stole it from me, so less theft, more of, we'll call it tax collecting.
Yes,
So,
and it's important to pay your taxes.
correct, yes. So you wait for the fall of night, go to the location, I'll mark it on your map. There shouldn't be anybody home, though if there is anyone, you know, don't kill anybody. Don't leave any bodies or anything of the sort. Although I don't suspect that the place will be completely unguarded, so keep your eye out. Get in, find my items, come back here. And if you can do that and get out without getting caught or without running into any law enforcement along the way, then we can talk real business. Sound fair?
Kira scratches his cheek and his eyes close as he thinks, and he says, "For people of our talents, that seems like a bit of a waste of manpower, does it not?"
It might be. I could easily send some of my my other men to go take care of it. But like I said, I want to know about your talents. I want to know what you were able to do. Like I said, I don't know what's in there. I don't have any intel. I don't know if there's anyone guarding the place, if it's empty, if the items are even there. I know nothing. So, I will leave the hard part to your group. And from what I have heard, and from what I've been told of your exploits, this should not be a hard task for you all.
Not at all. Akira is going to straighten up and give Excellent a small smile, and he says, "We'll see it done by nightfall today. We'll be in touch. What time do you sleep, out of curiosity?"
Myself?
Yes.
Rather late, unfortunately. I don't get as much sleep as I regularly need.
It may be fortunate tonight because if all goes according to plan, and I am already planning, we'll retrieve the items and hopefully get it back to you before you sleep tonight. We'll head out now.
Alright, sounds good. I would be very pleased if you can get this all done before I go get my beauty sleep tonight. But just in case, one of my 2 associates here can possibly stay and await your arrival if I'm not here.
That would indeed be quite nice if you could have them stay and retrieve the items in the case of your absence.
And you know what? Tell you what, how about this? Just because I don't want to leave you all empty-handed after this, because you are still doing a job for me. How about if you were to get these items back, like I said, there are about 5 in total, I'll let you keep some. Not all of them, obviously, because I need, I need to make a profit somehow. But I'll let you keep 1 or 2 amongst your group, and then the real task can begin afterwards.
Magical item and the possibility of our bounties being removed, all for a night of burglary. Or, I'm sorry, tax collection. Sounds quite nice to me. Alrighty, well, we'll be in touch. It was a pleasure meeting you and doing business.
A pleasure meeting you as well. Now, I do have to adjourn this meeting. Unfortunately, I am running a little late on another errand. Mr. Justin, you and I will have to talk physical training another day, unfortunately.
Do not worry. I shall see you tomorrow.
Kira's already walking out the door.
You all have a wonderful evening and good luck on your journey.
You too.
Merrily have a great day.
As soon as they exit, Akira is going to let out a very big grin, and he rubs his hands together. Magic items, magic items, magic items.
Well, you seem quite happy.
Absolutely. I've recently reached a sort of I've hit something academically recently, and the more magic items I find, the more I learn about enchantments. So I'm quite interested in seeing what we can gather from this mission.
Oh, would you like to examine my shield?
Oh, is it magical?
It is magical, right, Laco?
Yes, it's a sentinel shield, right?
Yes.
Alright, maybe later. As of right now, I personally believe that we should go stake out this home. See what we can see about the gods and what could possibly be trouble once we actually go in to get the magical items.
Agreed.
You know a bit about burglary, don't you, Mari?
That is absolutely correct. And she, like, you can tell that it's like she's shaking. Like, she's just excited and super fucking, like, crackhead energy type. You know, she's ready to get into it.
Akira chuckles and, pats her head with his finger.
Damn, she's a foot tall, dude. The finger is crazy.
2 fingers, my bad.
I am just happy to return the stolen items back to this gentleman. He seems like a good fellow, a man of the muscle.
Absolutely. Definitely not corrupt or shady in any way. Just a stand-up man.
How can a man with such magnificent splendor be so corrupted?
No, I'm saying that he's not. He might be a cleric of hell himself.
Oh, then we must definitely talk about the word of hell the next time I see the fine man.
Absolutely. And as they're speaking, I assume that they're like leaving the area.
Yeah. As you guys are having this conversation, you guys are like beginning to walk away from the office at this point. And then you hear the door open behind you. You hear, "Hey, hold on 1 second." And the Goliath gentleman approaches you all and hands you, Akira, a piece of paper. Before you go, there's the list of the magic items. You're gonna need those.
All right. Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Akira's gonna glance over the list.
All right. The list of the items are listed as follows. There is a Staff of Charming, a Ring of Evasion, a Mantle of Spell Resistance, a Handy Haversack, and a Dragon Slayer. Those are the 5 items that you need to procure.
Alrighty. As he looks over the list, his eyes seem to like twinkle in like excitement at the possible procurement, and he is going to pocket the list and give the Goliath just a simple head nod. Alrighty, well, we're gonna be off to do the mission for your boss. Appreciate this.
Yeah, no worries. And he kind of like looks over to you, Reeful, and says, hey.
Hello.
Long time no see.
Mm-hmm. You look like you're doing great.
Yeah, you too.
Are you two acquainted with each other?
She's surprisingly going to ignore Justin and say, why are you over here?
To give you the magic item list.
No, I mean on this continent.
I could ask you the same.
You all know why I'm over here.
I know. Just, I don't know. It's just new business adventure.
I'm surprised they let you leave.
You think they knew I left?
I guess not, otherwise you wouldn't be here, so... Or you would have been right where I was.
Yeah, maybe.
So I guess you did a better job than I did.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Can we leave now?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna turn away and start walking.
Justin salutes to the Goliath man and be like, "Do not worry, good sir. I will make sure to take good care of her."
Cool, right. He just nods his head.
Justin's gonna follow after Reeful and try to ask her a bunch of questions like, so how did you get to know him?
God. I met him a long time ago.
You two seem to be quite estranged. Perhaps this is like a family reunion. Perhaps at a Thanksgiving dinner where participants were forced to be there.
Something like that, I guess.
Are you sure you did not want to take the time? I do not believe we are too busy.
No, I don't want to. I would just rather leave. Let's go. Come on. Let's can we go?
Kira is already he's already like he's just been walking, to be honest.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So you guys slowly end up leaving the facility and make your way back to the inn. And kind of group up.
Akira is going to, well, number one, he's going to make sure that he has all the, his normal equipment that he takes out into the field. And it only takes him a couple of minutes. He's ready to just leave.
Not Reeful, fucking Mari's all juiced up and she's ready to go. She's just gonna make sure Selena's, fine in the room before she does go.
All right, sounds good. Is there anything anybody would like to do before you guys head on out to do your little scouting job?
Nope. Let's go.
All right, cool. So here's what I'm going to do because we are missing somebody. So are you guys just going to scout the place out or are you going to just do the job?
Do you?
I
I mean,
mean-
I had plans to do the job. I
Yeah,
feel like
same.
if somebody misses but gives no prior warning, I don't think that we should like halt any story for that.
Mm,
I agree.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this then. Let's say that Jonas will be there with you guys.
Okay.
Because since you guys are doing a job, it just like would make sense that he's just tagging along. I won't be like role playing as him or anything like that. It'll just be like with the group.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
easy if you did. You just,
Yeah.
point and kill.
Now, next question: are you bringing Sneaku,
No.
or do you
that
want to
one's
leave
a
her
good
behind?
question.
Okay. So you are leaving Sneaku behind. To
Yeah,
watch
Sneaku
through.
and Celine can make friends.
All right, sounds good. So, you guys leave town here. Are you guys just like walking on foot, or would you guys prefer to like rent like a carriage or something?
It's a few miles out. You said, right? Like, are you saying like 3 or?
I'd say it's like 2 miles away from the city.
No, we can just walk that shit, bro. We're supernaturally enhanced.
All right.
Yeah.
So from leaving the inn, it takes you a good hour or so, hike southward, and you get to sort of this. As you're like leaving the walls of the city, you notice that a lot of the surrounding land here is a lot of like dry farmlands. It is still like a lot of the area, especially like around the coastline, is mostly sand. Although there are like patches of like there's like some trees scattered about here, and there's also like some patches of like dry sand, not dry sand, dry grass, things like that. But surprisingly, there are like still sections of the land where like it's still it can still be farmed, even though the conditions do not really suit traditional farming. So a little something that sticks out to you guys, but nothing crazy. But you walk for like a good hour or so until finally you get to like this section of the countryside that's like into some rising hills. You see out on the top of this hill, there's like a big patch of tall trees, and there is a very nice looking large house resting up on this hill, with a like a pathway, almost like a driveway that connects to the main road. And you approach this place. It is currently mid-afternoon. The house itself is very nicely made, ornate. It looks to be mostly made out of like wood and brick. Typical building materials, but it is a very large house. Out in the countryside. Let me ask you guys, are you guys... I assume you're approaching stealthily?
Yeah.
Yes,
Alright.
Reef will do pass without a trace.
Sounds good. Okay. I'll roll for Jonas. So I'll say everybody go ahead and roll me just an overall stealth check as you guys begin to approach the estate.
Ah, crap.
Okay.
I have disadvantage on that.
All right,
It's
reminder
17
because-
plus 10 from pastoral traits, right?
Yep.
I
Everybody
got
gets
35
plus
in.
10.
Holy shit.
It's not too bad.
All right, so 20 from Justin, 27 from Akira, 35 from Mari, 22 for Refill. Also, Refill, roll for search as well.
Oh, right.
I assume search is there.
Yes. What do I roll for him?
It would just be dexterity,
Okay.
and then you can add the plus 10. Okay, so 14.
Okay.
And then Jonas rolled low, but he's a super high stealth anyways, so I think it's still like more than a 15. Something like that, so you guys are a pretty quiet group. But as you approach the house, it looks like the exterior of the house, there's no one on the outside of the building, like guarding it or anything like that. So if there is anyone guarding, they're most likely inside.
Okay.
I think what might help you guys out here is if I showed you a map.
Woo!
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
Is anyone able to check for traps in our group?
No.
no,
So-
that would be
That
And
is the main entrance. So right now, you guys should only be able to see like the perimeter of the house.
Yeah. Do we put our tokens?
Yes, go ahead and drag your tokens on wherever you guys would like.
I think anybody can roll perception and check for traps.
Okay.
Yep. If anybody wants to check for traps at any point, you can go ahead and roll perception.
Yes, I would. Is perception, you said?
Yes.
Are we all gonna roll for it, or?
Yeah, I
Reeful
think we-
will
I think we
literally
all can.
ask
Okay, as long as we
everyone
can
to.
all- Okay.
I got
Oh, thank God.
21. I don't know why it made me
I got a
roll 3
24.
times.
Okay, thank God.
Doctor, you got a 7. What you mean?
No, I get advantage on perception checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say all of you
Thanks
guys.
to the magical shield.
Yeah, you guys approach.
How do we
this
put our
building.
tokens again? It's been so long.
Just
Click your
so
character sheet and drag it.
yes.
Click character sheet and drag it. Oh, right. That's what I was doing, and then I was like, this doesn't seem right. Okay.
Here, let me double check something. Ah, that's better. Okay. So, currently you guys only see the perimeter of the building. So right now you're just looking at like the front face of this this building. It's a 2-story estate with a very long-looking wooden patio on the front. There is, I can go ahead and show this. There is a main set of double doors, and there's also 2 windows at the front of the building here. So,
Okay.
did you guys want to
is it a
investigate
2-story?
anything? Yes, it is a 2-story building, correct.
Okay. Akira's gonna open up his cloak and allow Hedwig to float out. And Hedwig is going to casually just fly up to the 2nd story and start like casually gliding past the windows, like looking in.
Okay.
Akira's gonna look through her eyes.
Cool. Okay. So let me do this then. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal stuff on the 2nd story map. I'm gonna do this. All right. Go ahead and drag Hedwig's token over here.
I don't think Hedwig has a token.
Do you not have an owl token?
It's not it. When I go into my journal, I don't see any. I see Kel and Sneaku.
Okay. I thought you had a token for some reason. Okay.
I thought I did too.
I could have sworn you used one before. I think you just used an owl.
Can I just put any image in the roll 20 and it'll pop up?
Maybe? I'm trying to figure out how we did this last time, because we definitely did this at one point.
About to literally just look up Hedwig and drag in a. Nope, I didn't do it. I mean, if you just make me a character sheet real quick, I can just do it real fast.
Yeah, I can do that real quick. Hold on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright, you should see a character sheet that says Hedwig.
Okay.
And then you can just add that token in wherever.
Yup, got it. Got it.
Alright, yeah, you fly, Hedwig flies up to the 2nd floor. There's also another set of like 2 windows on the front face of this building.
Say that again?
There's 2 more windows on the second floor that you can peer into on the front face of the building.
Yeah, no, I said token. Hedwig is like literally just going to like fly around like every area that is on the second floor that she could realistically just glance into as she flies, she's gonna do it. To just peep in and see if there's anybody there.
Okay. Are you taking over Hedwig's vision or no?
What do you mean?
So like, you have the ability to like see through Hedwig's eyes?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you are doing that. Okay, sweet. All right. Are you just gonna do like a whole perimeter of the building, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll show you off what you see then. So, if you're looking at the second story map, there is this first room here, which looks like a very fancy looking bedroom. The other window shows
A fucking peacock in his room?
shows another room, slightly
Oh.
smaller.
Oh, this guy's a. Is that a body or a dress?
That's a dress.
Is
Okay.
it
I
a
will-
dress with a fancy hat?
I will let you know if you like see any like individuals. Right now, both of these 2 rooms are empty.
We're in a fucking mystery horror film. One of us is
Okay.
killer.
Showing off the rest of this. Are you going left, right?
Yeah, like wherever there's like darkness, like
Okay.
Hedwig is doing a full 360.
So you see another 2 windows there. This one you see another bedroom, another plain bedroom, looks like.
Damn, he has a lot of fucking bedrooms for what?
It's a big estate. This window is another bedroom. Both of these are empty as well, and I'm only going to show you the
Okay,
bits that you can see.
Am I seeing any magical items? Like anything that sounds like what I read on the paper?
Not yet. You don't really
Okay.
spot anything out of the ordinary. Like this is just like typical like. It just looks like a house for like an upper class family at the moment.
Must be in like a fucking basement or something.
So, again, give me a moment while I slowly reveal more of the map. Just revealing stuff is pain sometimes.
No,
So
I
as
know
you're-
the feel.
As you're flying around the perimeter of the building, you notice that like on the first floor here, there is like this it's like an open canopy in the back here, kind of like one of those. It's like one of those rooms where it's like it's a room, but it's like all windowed up, so you can see outside and stuff.
Yeah.
And so there's one of those, with a window on the second floor, in which you see a very large, what looks to be like a very big workshop. I'd say roll me a nature check.
Okay. 14.
14. So this space here looks like it is like designed for somebody that it looks like they could be like a zoologist of some kind. So like you see a lot of like it looks like the main desk here in front of the window has a lot of like printings of like different types of butterflies, a lot of like notes on like different animals and things like that. It's possibly like a researcher that specializes in wildlife. This seems to be like a workspace of some kind.
Okay.
As you fly towards the back of the house, there is another, I guess, small porch You're towards the back of the building with another window. In this window, you see another workshop-like space. This one looks like it's designed for like an artist of some kind, like a painter.
Okay. Still no magical items.
Nope, no magic items and no people yet either. Like all these rooms have been completely empty.
That's creepy as shit, bro.
That's like the whole second floor of the house.
Just about. We're getting through. Then you see like another, like a back entrance with another window. This room. Another bedroom. Once again, also empty. Then we have this really tiny little space to get around the house here. Sorry, this is taking me forever. I should have like did this before the session, but oh well, live and learn. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Last two windows on the second floor. This first window immediately catches your eye because it's not a bedroom and it's not like a typical space. This looks to be that of a trophy room. Like an animal trophy room. You see like, yeah, lots of different types of like taxidermied creatures. There's like large like penguins, massive blowfish. You see the large like giant snake in the center of the room. What looks to be literally a giant rooster right in front of the window. Lots of different animals and taxidermied creatures in this.
You said these are like what, the taxidermy thing?
Yeah, so these are all like dead animals that have been turned into like statues and stuff.
Okay.
I should also mention to the players, don't look at the stream because a lot of the stuff you are going to be able to see just because I can't make everything invisible or else I can't see it. So just a warning.
Okay.
Just I didn't think about it until now. But yeah, don't look at the stream for possible spoilers. And then the last window you see, what looks to be some kind of armory. You see workbenches with what you would recognize as firearms. And then you also see on one of the desks a very ornate looking longsword. That immediately sticks out in your mind. I'd like you to roll an
Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, roll me an Arcana check.
An 8.
You have no idea what this is. It could be magical though. Doesn't look like a normal sword. It definitely like it is very detailed in its structure. The blade is very fine and refined and sharpened. The hilt itself looks very almost ancient looking with its design, with a lot of details in its engravings.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that even if I don't recognize the magical, like, fucking, shit on it, like, common sense would dictate, okay, we're here for magical weapons, it's probably Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, but so far, all the rooms that you have seen have been empty, with no people in them.
Okay, and this armory is on the second floor, right?
Yes, this is all the rooms that you can see with all the windows on the second floor.
Okay, Hedwig is gonna fly back over.
Oh,
Akira
by the way, can you have Hedwig roll a stealth check? Because we never did that.
Okay, yeah. Let's see, stealth. 11.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so
Right.
Hedwig flies back down to the rest of the group.
Yeah, Akira immediately tucks him back into his cloak, and he looks over at the others and he says, "Alrighty, well, I've looked over the entirety of the second floor, and it appears to be completely devoid of life." oddly enough. It's quite creepy, I'm not gonna lie.
And he needed us for what then? Seems a little bit suspect.
I mean, it's the second floor. It could be people on the first, or if there's a basement, there could be cultists, you know, in the basement.
Justin immediately claps his hand and activates Divine Sense.
Divine sense, okay. Celestial fiends or undead. Nothing comes up on your divine sense.
You see Justin kind of shaking.
Everything all right?
Absolutely. I am not trembling at all.
All right, that's good. Tremors
Good
are
for
not
you, bud.
very fun.
No, absolutely not.
Kira snorts and continues to speak, and he says, I did find an armory towards the tail end of the second floor with a very ornate longsword inside, and I didn't really recognize any of the jewels or runes, but I will say that if we're here for a magical sword, that is probably a magical sword. That nothing else seems to be, everything else seemed to be mundane and common inside the armory, so.
All right. It seems like this should be easy enough.
I didn't get eyes on the other magical items, and there's 5 in total, so the others are definitely going to be either deeper in the second floor that I could not see, or on the first.
Okay. Lako, this is a question for you.
Yeah.
Would Mari be able to transform into a mouse and kind of scout out the rest of the floors?
Yeah,
Or a rat, I should say,
sure.
sorry.
You can easily do that, yeah.
Okay. That is exactly what Mari's going to do. She's going to look between everybody. She's going to look at Akira. All right, tell me what you couldn't see, and I will do my best to try and scout out the rest.
On the second floor or the first?
Either floor. Whatever you couldn't get to, just let me know.
Alright, well, I didn't look in any of the windows on the first, so.
Okay, seems easy enough. And she's going to wild shape into a rat and try and scout out if there's anything on the list from there or if there's any enemies.
Okay, cool.
Before you go, Kira quickly just says what you would be looking for. He reads out the list to you. She's you're looking for a handy sack or whatever the fuck, mantle of spell resistance, ring of evasion, and a staff of charming.
Okie dokie. All right, Lako, give it to me good. Do I
Alrighty,
find
so-
anything?
Well, let me ask first, how are you getting inside the building?
Are there any cracks or anything that she would be able to find?
Roll a perception check.
Here. Come on, don't fail me, don't fail me, don't fail me, don't fail me. Nice. 22.
22, okay. So you do like a whole lap around the building and you find on the side, the left side specifically, a side door right up here. And it has the faintest little crack where like some of the wood is sort of like been worn down, where you think you can possibly like squeeze yourself into it. It's like very fine though, and there's a good chance you might not be able to fit. But you can give it a try.
Okay, I'm gonna try and squeeze myself into it.
Okay. Go ahead and I'll say roll me an acrobatics check using the rat stats, because you are currently a rat.
Yeah. Okay,
I
let
can-
me open up the rat.
Yeah, I'll pull that up too while I'm at it.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious what those stats would be.
Okay, and then how do I can't remember if I roll
There it is.
straight off of the thing or if I...
So, a rat's dexterity is 11, so I could just have you just roll a d20.
Okay.
Nine. Okay. Yeah, you try squeezing your tiny little rat body, which in hindsight is not really that different from your regular body. It's only slightly
I'm a
smaller.
foot tall.
Have you
What?
seen some rats? Like
Bro, this is not a New York rat.
it could be. Anyway, but yeah, you try like squeezing into this tiny little gap. You think your form is a little too wide for it, just a little bit.
Okay. Would she be able to find anywhere else? Is there like a piece of sewage that she can go through? Like nothing at all?
With a 22 perception, I'll say that was probably the easiest thing. You immediately realize you can't fit through this little gap, and you start looking around, and you notice that right next to where you're standing, there's a chimney.
All right, she's
think-
going through the fucking chimney.
All right. Once again, go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check, because you're going to be basically like vertically climbing this building.
18.
All right, sounds good. You kind of climb up carefully this long chimney, get it right up to the top. There's no smoke coming out of it, so you assume you're good. So you just like hop in, crawl your way down, and you find yourself in... Let me show this off here. You find yourself in what is to be a voluptuous looking kitchen space. It is just fully decked out. It's not as messy as the image shows, but you see like all these different pantries, all these different like sacks of goods, things like that. Lots of places to store things. And there's also two doors, one that goes to the north and one goes to the east.
All right. Would she recognize any of the things like in there that might be on the list?
I'll say roll me a perception check. 27. Okay. You look around this kitchen head to toe using your rat nose to kind of sniff out anything that could be like out of place in this kitchen here. It takes you a couple minutes, kind of like squeeze yourself into some cabinets, but you do not find anything of notice of import in this kitchen.
Okay, so she's going to use the door to the north.
All right. Now that you're in the house, I would like you to ask you to roll a stealth check using. Remember to use the rat stats, so it should be 0 dexterity, but I believe. What is it? Oh, Aretha, what is the range of Pass Without Trace?
Let's see.
I want to say it's like 30 feet.
If I just click the name, will it show the information? Like in the chat?
It should.
Okay.
Range self. Is you choose within. Okay, so within 30 feet of you. Okay, so I'd say at this point, Pass Without Trace does not affect you anymore, Mara, because you have separated from the group. So this would just be a straight D20 roll for the stealth check.
Okay. Just give me a second. My thing is frozen.
You're good.
Okay, there we go. 15.
Okay. 15. All right, sounds good. So you go up to the room to the north here.
Yeah.
Okay. So thankfully, all the doors that are inside the building have like a slight gap to them on the bottom, so you can easily kind of squeeze your way inside most of the rooms of the inside of the building. So you squeeze your way up to the north, and you find yourself in very nice looking, like a nice little living room with its own chimney. You see bunch of different like nice looking couches and love seats with a very ornate like a gold trimmed table in the center of the room with a nice long rug that scours this entire room, with a taxidermied parrot in the back right corner of the room.
Where was a freak with all this taxidermy?
Little bit, huh? Okay, but nothing on the list, correct?
I'd say for the next couple rooms, we'll use that perception check you used from before, so I'm not just having you re-roll for every room, but you don't notice anything out of the ordinary in this room. This just looks like a normal living room.
Okay, so she's gonna go towards the double doors, I think those are.
Yes, indeed. Let me double check something. Sorry, give me one moment. I realized I didn't write some things down that I need to do.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. All right, sweet. Yeah, you squeeze under this next set of doors here, and you see this massive-looking dining room table, all with matching chairs. The table looks it's made of like this fine mahogany wood with these chairs that are made out of the same material. Two finely made windows that bring in this natural lighting into this room. Some nice little tea set in the northern side of the room with some pots in the bottom right corner. Again, you don't really see anything out of the ordinary. No items just yet. You also see one more. You see two more doors. One to the south and one to the northwest.
All right, she's taking the one to the northwest.
All right, you peek into the one in the northwest, and you find this cute little balcony, canopy space. And you kind of check in here. You can check underneath them, the couch cushions here. Check inside the plants, and nothing.
Okay, is it outdoors?
It's an outdoor canopy, yeah. So it's walled in. So, but it's like technically outdoors.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say she could kind of look to see them and see if they could climb it, but if it's walled in, we are good to go. She doesn't find anything, so she's gonna move towards the dining room again and take the southern door.
Cool. All right.
She still does it. We're going off that same perception roll, so she hasn't found anybody, no trace of anybody, nothing.
Nope, nothing. You haven't had a single person in this building.
This shit is sus.
All right. You find just what looks to be like a simple connecting room, but also like doubles as like a washroom. So you see some like some towels, like a bowl, and like a pitcher of water.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a basic like washroom. Probably something for like the people going into the dining space before they sit down to eat.
Okay. Mm-hmm. She's gonna take the next door. I'm so sorry. I don't want to like take up everybody's time, but she's going to look through literally everything that she can.
You're fine, no worries. All right, next thing you see. Oh, I'm gonna just show this real quick. I forgot. There's also a in this room here. There was also a little door here. It's just a potty. That's all.
Okay.
Not important, but I figured somebody was like, wait, you missed a door. All right. So this next room, very large one. Let me show it off first, then I'll describe it. So this room here, very interesting. So you see this, what looks to be sort of like the grand hall of this building. You see a very long velvet staircase that curves upwards up to the second floor. A couple more taxidermied animals mixed in with some rather strange looking statues. You see a pairing of like two statues in either corner of the room, which depict these like weird golem-like creatures. You also see these like cat-like creatures with wings kind of paired with each other that surround just what looks to be a creature that you may or may not have seen before. Roll me an Arcana check. See if you recognize this creature. 5. Okay. You have no idea what this creature is, but it looks to be this strange looking, like a floating eyeball with multiple tentacles that have like these other individual eyeballs. You've never seen something like this before. It's weird though.
Okay.
The big centerpiece though in the center of the room is this massive marble statue of what you would probably recognize as, it's like this lizard-like creature with numerous different heads. It is it's shocking, but it's also a very beautiful piece. Like whoever made this thing took a lot of time to craft such a thing, and you'd probably guess at whatever, like whoever owns this place is definitely like they got some money lying around, because like a statue like this like could go for like tens of thousands of gold. Like it is.
And she
expensive.
look around for spare gold. Are there any valuables at all with that perception check?
None that you've
That like
noticed.
she can reasonably hold.
Well, you're a rat, so
Okay.
it's kind of hard for you to like hold things and then also move, because you move on all fours. So even if you
True,
did
you're right.
find
Okay.
stuff, the only way you'd really be able to carry it is like in your mouth. But you haven't really found anything that's like of valuable, except maybe like a couple like golden candlesticks on the dining room table. But again, those things are like heavier than you are right now, so you can't really bring them with you. You could come back for them though.
Okay.
All right, so now in this space you have a number of rooms that you could go into. So there's the going upstairs, and then there's another 3 doors here on this floor. And once again, you haven't seen anybody yet.
Yeah, we'll still go through the 3 doors since we know that he's done the second floor.
Okay. Before we continue on, is there anything that anybody else wanted to do while Mari is doing all of this inside? Or are you all just chilling, waiting for her to come back?
Justin is just gonna be kind of stiff as a statue, like almost cold.
Akira is I'd say that he is probably just trying to stay stealthy and down, since they don't actually plan to, you know, burglarize until nighttime. So he's just relaxing for now.
Reeful is just going to be very on high alert and anxious and making sure to keep out a look for anyone or anything strange.
All right, sounds good. For anybody that's just keeping an eye out on the horizons, go ahead and roll me a perception check. In the meantime, Mari, which of the 3 doors are you taking?
Okay, you said there's 3. What direction?
So you have this door to the southwest, you have this door to the east, and then this door to the north.
She's gonna take the one to the north.
All right. Go into the north space here, and you see a small room with like just a desk. Nothing crazy. This one's like not as fancy as the rest of the house. It looks like it could be like a servant's quarters kind of space.
Okay.
There's another door as well.
She's gonna take it.
Alrighty. Give me a sec while I make the next room visible. So, this room leads to what absolutely you recognize as a servant's quarters space. Numerous different tables with another desk towards the back, with 2 more doors in this room. That looks like they lead to like small little spaces. But
Okay,
again,
she's
nothing is catching your eye here.
Okay, she is going to. Okay, yeah, she's gonna go to through the 2 small doors, after one after the other.
All right, I'll start with the one on the right because that one's the least important. It's just another bathroom. The other one is a staircase that goes down to the basement.
Okay. She, instead of going all the way down, she is going to search through the rest of the rooms on the first floor.
Okay.
You said there was only there should be 2 more doors, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna go through the two doors, one after the other again, just to kind of cover all her bases.
All right. I'll kind of speed through this then a little bit. So next door, I assume you take this one, the next closest one.
Mm-hmm.
You go into this space and you see what looks to be a nice, like a relaxation kind of room. Lots of chairs, another fireplace with like a moose head mounted on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Also like this octagonal looking, like an octagonal shaped billiards table.
Mm-hmm.
With some pool cues kind of hung up on the wall. You also see this taxidermied humanoid looking bear in the back corner.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Top of that,
weird.
you also see another door to the north and a set of double doors to the west.
Okay, she's gonna take the double doors.
All right. You find another lounging space with the only like main thing that like sticks out to you is the large grand piano, literally gold encrusted. This thing, like almost everything that you've ran into in this building is either really expensive or priceless.
Okay.
It's becoming just like this recurring theme, and the gold encrusted grand piano kind of just summed up to you. It's just like, oh yeah, we're in some rich fucker's house. This is there's no denying it anymore.
But
you
it's
even
still not
could.
anything that
No, nothing that you would notice.
Okay. She's gonna move on.
All right, there's another door going this way.
She's gonna go through it.
All right, go through this door, and it looks like this is the little opening space where the front door is. You do notice there's another set of 2 doors. One of them looks like it goes to like a small closet. You do see a plaque written up on the wall. You can just barely read it because again you're like kind of crawling on the floor and it's like really high up. But you can kind of like squint your eyes and you see a plaque that says, "Please make yourself at home. Warning: please do not touch the animals."
Ah, okay. With that, she is going to make her way back to the basement area as stealthily as possible.
Okay. So you are crawling down into the basement all by yourself. Let me reveal.
So she's gonna look for traps along the way and like just to see if there's anything that she should be wary of.
Roll a perception check and roll me another stealth check. This has been a while.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Keeping a keen eye on every single step, every single nook and cranny, and nothing looks off to you yet. 15 stealth. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the basement's level. You find yourself here. You find this dreary looking room hidden underneath the house. Bunch of different drawers and cabinets, a chest here as well. A large table with numerous tools on it. The main which being a large cleaver that is sort of embedded into the table. You also see on this like little side table next to the main one with looks to be some surgical tools and a vial of acid.
Okay.
On the west side of this room, you also see 3 smaller chambers that resemble that of cell rooms, with like covered in like iron bars and locked gates. With this room, you do notice something.
Nice. Okay.
You see
What do I
resting
spot?
Resting on one of the cabinets towards this section of the room, what looks to be a mage's staff.
Okay.
And this, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
21. This looks like it fits the description of the Staff of Charming that you were looking for.
Okay. Nice.
It is a fine-looking golden staff, that is sort of like it's long and slender and jagged in some places, but also wavy in others. And it is tipped with something that looks like a cross-like symbol. But yeah, this looks like it fits the description of what you're looking for.
Okie dokie. And that's all that I spot?
Aside from what I described earlier, that's all you notice.
Yep. Okay. She is going to head out and meet them back up.
Okay. So you meet back with the rest of the group. You guys are all just chilling outside of the house. And after, I'd say like a good 15-20 minutes go by, and finally this small little rat ends up approaching you guys. It looks very familiar to the one that just left.
And Mari
yeah.
is going to she's going to change out of her wild shape, and she is going to like kind of like float but still like cross her legs, like imagine Tinkerbell. All right, so I didn't see anybody there, though there was this weird warning about not touching the animals. I'm pretty sure they probably like come to fucking life, God only knows. I did, however, find that magical staff that we were looking for. It's in the basement. I couldn't find anything else though. We could come back and just, you know, burglarize regular shit as well. I mean, who's against making a couple of coin?
But you said you didn't see anyone, like, at all in the first floor or the basement?
No, not a singular person, just a bunch of taxidermy, which again, I genuinely feel like it's a trap. They warn against touching them. I just feel like we breathe life into those creepy little fuckers when we touch them. So let's avoid doing that when we do come back. But as far as I could see, nobody.
Do you feel as if they would come to life if they were to see us without us being sneaky?
That's a great question. Let's send Justin in there as bait.
Okay, well, not that. How about this, right? I cast minor illusion inside in front of one of those animals while being safely out here.
Okay.
And see if it reacts.
That's an even better idea. Yeah, of course.
All right. Akira is going to like slowly sneak up here. Is there an animal inside of this room right here?
It doesn't look like there is.
Okay. That probably means he's gonna have to go in. Oh wait, no, actually, hold on. There's a bear right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Akira is going to cast minor illusion inside the room, like right, crouching beneath the windowsill. He's just gonna like wiggle his fingers and cast minor illusion of just a nondescript human inside the room right in front of the bear.
Okay. Describe this illusion for me. You said it's just like a human?
Yeah, just when you think of just a normal Caucasian fucking human peasant, he just minor illusions the peasant like standing up from the floor as if it was hiding behind a chair and looking directly in the bear's face.
All right, so you gotta construct this illusion to begin walking around the room, trying to like spur some sort of reaction from this taxidermy bear. Nothing happens.
All right. Kira's gonna slowly walk back over to them. He's gonna say, unless they can sense magic and decide between what's an illusion and what is real, which I doubt from taxidermied creatures, I don't think they react to people.
It looks like we'll be just fine then.
I mean, is there anything stopping us from going in now?
Not that I could see, no.
Perhaps we should scout, plan more.
What do you think we were just doing?
Perhaps a little more?
I mean,
What
we've
would
got
you
to get it
suggest,
done by
Justin?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow sounds good, yes?
No.
I believe we are all tired right now.
No, we just woke up. What?
He's been shaking. He seems to be a bit scared.
Oh,
Nonsense! A hero is never scared of a haunted house.
all right. So just walk in there then. I've just told you it's safe. You've just gotten the confirmation that you won't get blasted in the face. Walk in if you're not scared.
It's very true. It's very true. You should go in there, and if there is fear lurking deep within your heart, then I'm sure that Helm himself will power you through it.
For Helm.
Indeed.
Justin. You guys are assholes. Justin's gonna take very slow steps, like it's gonna take like a whole last minute just to even put a single foot forward, stalling as best as he could. Here I go for justice.
Indeed. We're on a bit of a time crunch, big guy.
Worry not, justice is always on your time.
All right.
All right, see you.
Bloody, open the fucking door, Justin.
Here I go, opening the door.
Justin, you go to pull the door open and you realize, oh, we never unlocked the door. It is still locked.
Okay. Mari's gonna unlock the door.
Oh, what
Alright,
a
roll a sleight of
shame.
hand
The
check.
door is locked.
Eat dick, Justin. Get the fuck in there.
God damn it.
Lock pops open.
Well, then I, as a member of our team, the Paladin of Helm, shall go in first to make sure it is safe for my companions. Yes, that is the way of justice.
Can Rifo just walk past him?
Sure.
I was literally about to dagger him.
Literally,
No joke.
she's just gonna tug him backwards and walk into the door first.
And then when Rifo goes in first, Justin is actually going to like follow right behind her, almost meekly.
Oh,
Like he's what, 5'2"?
she's like 5'4", 5'3".
Okay, yeah, Justin, 6'5" man. It's just gonna be like his hands are on her shoulders, like just behind, and he's just gonna like look around as they move inside.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, Justin and Reefly, the two of you begin making your way inside the estate. And I hate to do this, but this is where we're going to wrap up for tonight's session because it is getting late.
That's not, I think
No,
it's
I
a
was
perfect
looking at
time
the
to
time.
stop.
Yeah, so I'd say next time we will pick up with you guys finally making your way inside the estate and exploring whatever's in here.
Wait, how long was it?
We've been going for like almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 11. I gotta go to bed.
All right.
I'm hungry.
But yeah, that is going to be our stream for today. Thank you guys for joining us today. Appreciate it. We'll be back same time next week, I think. And then the week after, we're going to be taking a break because I'm going to be going on vacation. So I'm going to be away from home. So yeah. So next week, we should have an episode like normal. And the week after that, we won't. So yeah.
Righty. Good night.
That is going to be
Yo.
tonight's
Good
episode. Thank you guys for
night.
watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!
Bye bye.
Bye.